Hi everyone and welcome to another DR Sports Game Day Live. We are here in the house. It's a massive night of football today. Champions League semi-final, first leg, Italian derby, AC Milan versus Inter Milan. And we've got star-studded panel in the house to get me through tonight. Starting to my left, representing Inter Milan, Sassi in the house. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
It's his debut today, isn't it? It's his debut.
And to my right, my good friend and panel esteemed colleague, Doyle in the house.
All right, everyone, yeah?
I must say I did the show yesterday. Oh,
it's going to have to mute that one.
I did the game yesterday. Great game, City versus
Real Madrid.
Sorry,
the greatest Champions League team ever, unfortunately for us.
Great. Well, I wouldn't say it was a great game, actually. It was a good game. It wasn't a great game, but it was an intriguing game.
Two
very
brilliant
good
goals.
sides.
Two brilliant goals in there as well.
Yeah, two great
Fabulous
goals.
mate. Wow.
It wasn't high on quality, but all the time you're watching, you think there's so much talent on display. Any one of these guys could pull something out.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. Great goals from Vinicius Jr. and another one from Kevin De Bruyne. This game tonight is slightly different.
Yeah.
The teams are not as good, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
However, it's a derby game, two passionate sides, two very famous sides in Italy. We've got Sassi in the house from, he's representing Inter.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Sassi. It's the first
About
time you're
me?
coming on DL Sports.
Well,
We know
thank you.
you're good friends, if not family, with James.
I'm family with
Yeah.
James, yeah.
Yeah.
We're sort of nepotism. I'm his cousin. But yeah, I'm an Inter Milan fan, have been forever. Started supporting Parma against Inter when we won Zlatan Ibrahimovic 2008. Got in, scored 2 goals from the bench. We won the league on the last day.
Wow.
And from there, yeah, it's just been
I'm guessing
Inter
you're
Milan.
Italian.
I am Italian.
Are you from Milan?
I am from
You are
Milan.
from
I'm
Milan.
happy I'm here, though, I was saying, because I'm really feeling this game. And as much as I would like to be in Milan and live the atmosphere there,
Yeah.
if it goes the wrong way, I'm just happy to be here. And I can disconnect.
So tell us
I'm
what
just
it would be like in the city of Milan at this time. I mean,
Well,
this
wow,
is
I can
history
imagine.
right here.
it's been like this game. Well, it happens every year in the league.
Yeah.
But Champions League has been 20 years now. 2003, I believe, was the last time. And so I didn't properly live it last time. But it means a lot, especially because we won the league, they won the league. Now we're both in the Champions League. I don't think any of us believed we could be at this point in the competition. So to meet in the semi-final, this quarterfinal.
Beautiful picture, that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a legendary picture. Some of the players as well that have played for both your teams over the last 20 years. Italian football was prevalent in the early noughties, weren't it? It was incredible. I think that was the league that everyone wanted to be in. Like AC Milan had Ronaldinho's, Shevchenko's, Ibrahimovic's, Seedorf's, Cafu's, and then I know you had brilliant players, Javier Zanetti, Wesley Sneijder. One of my personal favourites, Diego
Milito was my...
Wow, what a footballer he was, mate. He was incredible. And then you also had... Was it Jose Mourinho that won it for you in 2010?
Sorry?
Was it Jose Mourinho that won it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jose Mourinho as well. So you had a manager that was, if not, one of the best managers now in the world, I think, with his achievements.
At the time, definitely, yeah.
And so, what does the club feel like now? Because I don't really follow much Italian football. I do follow a little bit, but not a whole bunch. What does the club feel like now with Inter Milan?
Well, right now, like, we've had a disastrous 10 years. Right after Mourinho left, we had coach after coach, and just keep changing, because I think once you win the treble, I remember that summer there were voices of sending Maicon away, Milito away, and everybody. And obviously, you've just won the treble, you don't want to do that.
Of course.
So they kept the players, and the players just played for themselves against everybody that was coming. Like Benitez got sent away immediately. Leonardo came and subbed in Gasperini as well, who's doing really well at Atalanta, but wasn't given the time. I think it was given like a month, 2 months at Inter, just because
2 months?
Yeah, he was sacked very, very quickly. But then we had Pioli as well. He's now coaching AC Milan. He got sacked in 5 months.
So he got sacked. I went, you know what? I'm going to your rivals. Have that.
So we've had our banter era, and then Spalletti came, brought us back to the Champions League. Conte came,
Won the league 4 years, didn't
won
he?
the league in just 2 years. He didn't care about anything else, to be fair. He just cared about winning the league. And then they told him, we're going to sell Lukaku, we're going to sell Hakimi, and he's like, I'm gone. I mean, fair enough. And now we have, like, I think we're, it's nice to be back at this level of being like, just the last couple of years, being in the final of the Europa League as well, which was a disaster. With
Look at that beautiful stadium. At the moment, we're looking at San Siro. It's got a big panel over the top of it, and it looks rammed. Like, the kickoff's not till 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I was going to say that atmosphere is
rammed.
likely to be, you know what I mean? But it's interesting, of course, because you share the ground. But AC Milan are the designated home team today. But what do you think the atmosphere will be like in the stadium?
In the stadium?
Yeah.
I can tell you, like, just a brief story about this shirt, actually. I wore it when we won the Euros. After the final, I was celebrating because Barella is on the back of it.
Yeah.
So I was like supporting Italy. An AC Milan guy came to me after we had won and we were all celebrating and just punched me in the throat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because he's like, why are you wearing the Inter Milan shirt? I mean, fair enough. But like, to tell you how much this is felt sometimes, obviously not everywhere, not everybody is such a fan of.
So that would indicate it's a fierce rivalry.
Absolutely, it sounds like it.
I think, the two opposites of the stadium are definitely. I don't know.
Do they hate each other? What is it?
There's, I feel there's a sort of friendship enemy kind of thing.
Yeah,
I think everybody's united against Juventus. That's the team that everybody sort of hates in Italy, at least.
Could it be like a similar to Liverpool Everton? You both hate the max.
We don't really like each other.
But you don't. Yeah, you kind of tolerate each other.
We're sort of like, it's a friendly derby almost, because we're all mates. We're all part of the same city. We're all Scousers. Yeah. So Scousers are Scousers, and we stick together regardless. And we all want Man United to lose or Man City to lose. We actually don't want Liverpool or Everton to go down. Or, you know, to get what I mean. So I think it's probably similar to that. It's Milanese. Everyone's from Milan. Everyone sticks together, and everyone just hates Juventus. Similar to Liverpool. And
the thing, though, is like Manchester. You are in the same city, so you lose the game, you're going to see AC Milan flags hanging on every balcony and stuff.
I know what that feels like as well, lad.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. We're going to move to the lineup shortly. I'm just looking at the league tables. Inter actually on form in terms of their league form are slightly above AC Milan, but does that necessarily make them favourites for this game?
I don't think so, especially in a derby. It's never like, I don't think it's ever a thing of favourites and everything. I do believe we are the better team, but I'm always sort of afraid of how the game is approached by our side. Yeah. So I strongly believe that what the result is going to be, it's going to be either because we deserved it or we just.
So you're scared if they'll turn up for the moment. You think your team is better, but whether or not they turn up is different type of thing. Mentality is the biggest thing in football. Doesn't matter if you've got the better team. Sometimes if you believe you're going to win and that is going through the whole team, then that team usually does. That's what the Champions League's all about. This is beautiful.
What's the head-to-heads been like this season?
So they won the first leg of the league. They won 3-2. Then we beat them in the Super Cup final 3-0. And I was saying, like, there was absolutely no game there. And then we won again in the league 1-0. So for now, we have
2-1.
Yeah. But I think this just zeroes.
But this year, I mean, obviously today the stakes are different and it's a different game. Right, let's look at the lineups then. Let's start with the home team. I'm going to get Doyle to run through the home team. Okay, so they're going for a 4-2-3-1 today. So
4-3-2-1 for AC Milan, and in goal they've got Magnan, got Calabria, Kajar, Tomori. Sorry if I butchered that name. Yeah. Theo Hernandez, brilliant player. Krunic in the middle. Tonali, Benacer, Salamakers, Diaz and Giroud. If I butchered any of them names, absolutely sorry about that. I'm from Liverpool. It's hard for me.
Couple of names in there that English fans will be familiar with, notably Tomori, who was at Chelsea. Good player, has been in the fringes of England as well. Beast and of course, up front, Arsenal fans will know all about him, and Chelsea fans as well, but more Arsenal. Olivier Giroud. Good to see him back at the top level, applying his trade. Very good player, very well highly thought of at Arsenal. Although some fans would say he didn't quite get enough goals, but he's a very respected former player for Arsenal.
When he retires, mate, he'll go down as one of the most underrated strikers, even as a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
Don't think a lot of his play is star-studded. It's not. It's just effective. He
It's
scores
functional.
goals, and there's a reason why he's in these semi-finals right now. It's because he's an effective player.
Yeah,
he works.
He
even
scored
for
the
France.
heaviest goals, at least last year, for their
He's a good
title
footballer,
win.
lad. He's a good footballer.
Yeah, at every level he does do well and score goals. For France as well, he's he's up there with their record
Brilliant player.
scorers, so. Right, okay, Sassi, if you take us through the Inter team, I think
So,
they're going with a 3-5-2 today.
We have Onana in goal, thankfully, not Andanovic anymore. Darmian, Acerbi, Bastoni, Dumfries, Barella, Çalhanoğlu, Mkhitaryan and DiMarco in the midfield, and then Lautaro and Dzeko in attack.
Well, he's played both of them at the top. He's put both of them at the top, Martinez and Dzeko. That's another one, by the way, Dzeko.
Yeah, Dzeko, we know about him. He used to play for City. Good player.
Yeah.
Tall, athletic, good in the air, good skills all
finisher.
round. Yeah, decent player, man.
Still playing.
It's a shame that he got to Inter right now. Not that it's a shame. He's been playing well, to be fair, but he's one of those that every summer you'd get the news, Dzeko close to Inter, and then we managed to bring him in only when he was 32 or something. Yeah. So last year, he was brought in to be the sub for Lukaku.
Yeah.
Then Lukaku got sent to Chelsea, and so he had to sort of play every game for a year. And I don't think he could do that for the age he has and the level. He's just done it very well, I think. Yeah,
he's another one of them players that his skill level throughout playing for these teams that he's played for throughout his career, Roma, Cities and whatnot.
He did well at City, didn't he?
Did, yeah.
He was highly thought of.
You pick up a lot when you play for these teams, and that's why he's still on the top of the game. Because you think about Giroud and Dzeko, they're not pace players at all.
No.
But their map of the pitch is fantastic, and their reading of situations is
fantastic.
fantastic.
The game is good.
So that's why.
And of course, you got a former Arsenal player in your ranks there, Henrik Mkhitaryan.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How's he been doing this season?
He's been fairly good. He's been good, actually. Yeah.
He didn't quite hit the heights at Arsenal. We recognise that he was a talent. I think it's fair to say he didn't quite work at Arsenal, but that doesn't mean to say he's not a good player.
He the thing is with Mkhitaryan is he stepped up to because Brozovic has been out for most of the season, and again he was brought in to be sort of a sub and somebody that can start from the 60th minute. Nobody could believe that he could carry a whole game, and then he ended up playing most of the games and rotating with. Luckily, we have now Barella, Çalhanoğlu, Mkhitaryan, and Brozovic all there competing for those roles. And it's just been nice to see, well, not every game, but them trying to be at the top of their level to keep that spot.
How old is Mkhitaryan now? He must be in his 30s for sure.
33, I don't know.
I know
this is what you see in a lot in the Italian league. Don't get me wrong, the Italian league has been incredibly competitive in the last 4 years. It actually has. It's been insane. I think they've had Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan, AC Milan, and then now Napoli. So that's 4 different winners in the 4 years. But it is a famous thing that the Italians usually take older players because the style of football is a little bit slower. That's what they say. I don't know, would you agree with that type of... Because we're seeing it right here.
I think watching Inter Milan's, yes, but it's not... I don't think it has to do with the league. I think it has to do with how the society, how the club has been run in the last couple of years.
Okay.
With Conte wanted to bring in a lot of experienced players. Right now, they're gone, but we used to have Vidal, Sanchez, all these sort of older players that could bring experience.
Well,
yeah, Nangolan. Yeah. So it's about trying to go and seek people at the end of their contract, like Mkhitaryan and Dzeko from Roma, bringing them to the team.
Yeah,
with still experienced players. But the thing is, then you have Napoli finding Kvaratskhelia for 10 million somewhere in out of nowhere and bringing him in, and they won the league. Osimhen, Kvaratskhelia, you get these players, and it shows instead of sitting on Insigne and all the experienced players they had.
Yeah.
They just
Rotating.
Yeah.
I think you've got a similar mix. Like you have got some young players in there. You got past Barella, who I am a big fan of. He's on the back of your shirt. I'd love you to come to Liverpool. By the way, if you want to, lads, we need centre mids. So.
I hope.
I know. I shouldn't say that in front of an Inter Milan fan.
I like Dumfries as well.
So I was about to say
player.
that. Yeah. He's another one. He's been
Dutch
brilliant.
player.
Yeah, he's an attacking fullback, and he's up and down that wing like mad. Who's he going to be facing today? Is it going to be
Dumfries should be
Theo
on the side of
Hernandez?
Hernandez, yeah.
That's going to be a battle that today. Theo Hernandez has been brilliant for AC Milan. I've actually seen him live myself, and he's been wonderful to watch. But big one, yeah. We need to talk about this before we move on. Yeah, there's no layout.
Yeah, I was
no
going to
layout.
say.
He's the big one, him. He's a big player, and we need to talk about how's he missing? Is he injured for a long time, or?
He got injured last week, but I don't think it's a. I don't know the term in English.
Apparently,
of
it's
what
not
he
a
got,
serious injury.
Yeah, it's not a serious
He should
one,
be back
so
for the return fixture.
A little
next
knock.
week.
That's why I think Inter should strive to make the result today.
Yeah.
In case of having any surprises on the second leg.
Because of course there's no Lukaku for you either, so that's two star
he's on the
players.
bench.
Lukaku's on the bench.
Tell us a little bit about Lukaku, because he was here last season with Chelsea. It didn't work out. He said he wanted to go back to Inter. That caused quite a bit of controversy over here. A lot of people accused him of being unprofessional, but he stuck his neck out. He said he wanted to go back to Inter.
I don't understand it. I really did it and it's easy to say now, oh, I said this when he went, but I remember after the season that he had done, the 2 seasons with Conte, especially the second one, he was unplayable, especially in Serie A. I just thought it'd be weird for him to leave and go somewhere else that wasn't with Conte and everything. I was expecting him to follow Conte where he was going, if he was going to leave. But then going to Chelsea, I thought he's going to get injured in 2 months and then just be back to what he was before Inter, and sort of what happened. And not, again, it's easy to say now looking back, but I wasn't particularly a fan of bringing him back. Although I love him, and I loved him at Inter Milan.
Yeah.
I was seeing him play for Chelsea, and one thing I remember, I think it was against Man City, I don't know, there was one play in which I'm like, last year this would have been a clear goal, and now he's just gone out of the side.
Lost his confidence, didn't he? Absolutely, with Chelsea.
And then he's coming back to Inter Milan, and I'm glad, but on the other side, it was a risky move from the club as well, because they put on hold. Well, this is my OB speculation, but Dybala was supposed to be signed as a free agent, and Bremer, who then went to Juventus and Roma. So now Lukaku has come back, has done 5 months out injured. We're just starting to see now at the end of the season the Lukaku we knew.
Yeah.
So obviously he scored some heavy goals against Porto, against Benfica, and in the league as well. He's been doing well, but I think
it's been a long time coming. But if he comes on today and scores the goals that
exactly
put you in the pole position for the game next week, I'm sure you'll be happy with that.
Italian
I think we
football
probably
suits
will
him.
see him at some point, won't we? Even though he's not started today.
It suits him, the Italian league, it really does. When he was younger and he was playing for West Brom and he's playing for Everton, he had a little bit more pace, so when he did roll them players, he could get away, and he had that yard of pace to just slot it. I think as he's aged, he might have got a bit heavier, he might have got a bit musclier, and his pace just isn't there the same. And I think as well as confidence, when he went to Man United, the English media, mate, is the worst. The second you do something good, they'll big you up massive, and then the second you do something bad, they'll drop you so quickly, it's unbelievable. And I think that's what happens to Lukaku.
It's I don't know, at Inter, especially the second season, he had scored in every derby in the league, and
Big games.
It was just he was up there with, so revered, and everybody was treating him like a god for that. And he was just working so well with Lautaro, which I think is what then got them to sign Dzeko, just sort of find a player that Lautaro can play against the way he did with Lukaku, but then Dzeko cannot do the same game that Lukaku can.
Just looking at the players about to enter the field, looking at the people in the stadium, not Spare City in the house, you could imagine. Looks raucous out there. and I'm looking forward to this game. I think this game is going to be a better game than the game yesterday. I think there's going to be a bit more passion, a bit more energy about it. And so I'm really looking forward to this game. One thing I do want to ask you, this is just from my point of view. So you got AC Milan and Inter Milan, but AC Milan get called Milan and Inter.
Yeah.
Even though, why is AC given the AC Milan and you guys are just Inter? Do you know the history behind that? It's kind of
AC
curious,
Milan.
right?
AC Milan is the team from Milan. International is all the people that came to Milan but wasn't from there, so that's why they're called International. It's everybody else, not the not the Milanese.
Is that accurate? Yeah.
I don't want to say anything wrong, but I believe that Inter Milan was founded because you could only play if you were Italian. So the Milan club was founded in Milan, and then a section of the people that founded AC Milan then founded Inter Milan to support, like, sign
international players.
International players.
Yeah, right.
So it's called International.
Yeah, I'm glad you cleared that bit.
It'd be embarrassing if I got it wrong, but I believe that's the thing.
That's why
you
need to be speaking with some authority on
I
this.
love these two clubs, I really do. Like, they are part of football heritage, aren't they?
Yeah,
when you were
for
growing
sure,
up, these
for
two
sure.
teams were amazing. Like, and also, like, for football fashion, how lovely is Inter Milan kits always been? They've always been beautiful to wear. So just out of that on their own, they've always been iconic. But this, for me, right, this is the semi-final of semi-finals, mate. We've been treated. Real Madrid and Man City are probably two of the best teams on the planet. And like you said, the quality isn't the same here, but this is passion.
Yeah,
this is real. This is what you want to watch. This is what these are going to fight for their lives. Not only is it right for bragging, but it's a
vibe
Champions League
game,
semi-final, mate.
Yeah.
But I do want, if I'm totally honest with you, all my AC fan mates, I love yous all. Okay, you're all my mates and that, but you're not getting anywhere further away from Liverpool, okay? So Inter Milan, you need to win this one.
And tell us a little bit about the manager. He's been drawing some reviews recently,
Inzaghi.
Yeah.
I do like Inzaghi. He's getting criticised a lot. He's been criticised for the past 2 years, to be honest, because you have to follow Conte, who's just won the league, and you lose the league the year after against, like, AC Milan. But to be fair, I cannot blame it on him. And actually, we were playing such good football when he first started with us, and I think a lot of like circumstances have been against him.
Yeah.
And I just don't think it's fair. I think I really like Inzaghi. He needs probably a little bit more experience, but I would like to have him for a couple of years at Inter Milan and just build on what he's done now, because it must be hard to sort of coach a team knowing that at the end of the year this player is gonna get sold and we need to make money from this other player. So you're building on something that then, like, when he got Inter Milan, Lukaku was supposed to stay, and then he got sold in August to Chelsea, and we had already lost Hakimi and unfortunately Eriksen. That's another one, Çalhanoğlu. I'm excited to see today.
We're about to start. The referee's just about to place a whistle in his mouth. The players are high-fiving each other and encouraging. Got to have some predictions. Let's start with Sassi, even though he's the away team for tonight. What do you think?
I don't want to jinx anything. Do I have to do it?
Back your team,
3-1.
Back your team.
3-1?
1-3 for us. So
1-3,
Good lad.
Let's hope.
And Doyle?
This is going to be a great game. I'm hoping it will be anyway. I hope it's going to be hard fought. So I don't think there's going to be many goals in it, but I do think it's going to be a lot of battling. So I'm going to say 2-1 to Inter Milan.
That's good. I am going to go with a safe prediction. I'm going to go 2-2. I think there will be goals in this game. I think it's going to be a very good game. Looking forward to it, but I do think there'll be goals in it. Going 2-2. Got a super chat here from Blaze. He says, keep an eye on Onana. Super underrated and calm. Perfect modern day keeper for playing out the back with a ridiculous passing accuracy to the front.
Yeah.
Comes from Ajax, who have the best philosophy in football. True. They are the OGs when it comes to football philosophy. I love Inter Milan kits, you know. They're just
I must have played that blue and black.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You had one a few years ago.
Red and black is nice.
It is as well, it is. But you know, the Pirelli, obviously, the Pirelli ones, that's famous. It's an Italian brand as well. Like, it's them, they're iconic, them. Even Ronaldo used to have the Pirelli ones, didn't he?
Yeah.
The proper Ronaldo.
I was about to say. Now we
Dumfries
don't
there.
have any.
Super chat here from
I like
Perth
this
Luxury
already.
says, second place is not a trophy. Au revoir, Arteta.
Oh.
Quite why he's doing that.
He's champion.
when
He's sending
Milan-
shots for Laurie already.
It's
Poor
Milan
lad.
derby. I don't know, but hey, man, I can take it. It's all good.
Good lad for reading that.
Listen, at the start of the season, I would have taken second, so it's no big deal.
Absolutely
Really.
true. Absolutely
Yeah.
And
true.
we still might get first. You never know. You never know. But we're concentrating on this game. It's just kicked off. And like I said, I'm confident we're going to get a good game. It's already a couple of tackles flying in there.
I think I'm going to have to purchase that Inter Milan kit. It's wonderful. It really is. They
I
all look
really
the
like
same.
this year. They've gone with a sort of classic look. The blue has been changed in the last 2 years. They've sort of tried to do a rebranding.
It's a
It was
very... Go on, sorry.
No, you were saying.
It's a very, very particular blue, isn't it? As soon as you see that blue, you instantly relate it to Inter Milan. It's very specific blue. Is there a reason why you're playing red and blue, or is there... Because there is nothing for Liverpool. I can't remember if there's a reason anyway. If you know, let me know.
I should have researched this. I have no idea.
I guess red and blue are just the opposite team,
Yeah.
opposite
Yeah,
colours, aren't
yeah.
they?
It
That's
was
what
weird growing up thinking that my favorite color was red, and then supporting Inter Milan and being like, I need to change that.
Yeah, all your
So-
Inter mates must be like, what, lad?
It's
Yeah.
promising.
There's a lot of stripy kits actually in Italy. Three that I can think of. Juventus as well. Do we have any stripy kits in the Prem? Stripies, Newcastle,
Brighton.
Brighton. Yeah, fair play. No, Sunderland were, but they're not in the Prem, are they? They fell right off them. Unfortunately, bad. I like the neck on the Inter Milan kit.
We don't have the sponsor anymore on the front, the digital bits that
That's
is
good.
there. I think the partnership has ended in some sort of way. It's
I
just-
actually love shirts without them, to be quite honest
I've
with
got
you.
to ask you, Sassy,
Yes.
if things do go well for you and you get through, not just tonight, but get through the tie and you get into the final, who would you prefer? Who would you want in the final?
This
City
has
or
been like something I've asked myself in the last couple of days, because obviously Real Madrid we've met in the last 2 years in the group stages. We never won, but we did go to the Bernabeu and put on a good game and everything. So it sort of feels like at the moment they're the more approachable. Although I would never see I don't see as favorites against either of them. But Man City has just beaten Bayern Munich, like destroyed them in the quarterfinals, and we were in the group stages with Bayern Munich and never saw the ball. So, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. You kind of hope that City just bottles the final. That's the hope you you have to.
They've already
Yeah,
done that
yeah,
once,
yeah.
lad. I doubt it'll happen again. I think, to be honest, if City get past Real Madrid, and they might not, because it's Real Madrid and they're never dead.
Looking at the
they're gonna win,
comments,
probably.
it's kind of split 50-50 as to who people think are going to win. Just as many for Milan as there is for Inter, if I'm just looking at it from a...
I think that's what makes both of these semi-finals exciting, right? Man
Yeah.
City, Real Madrid, you don't quite know who's going to win that tie either.
Yeah.
This one, 50-50. That's what the Champions League's all about, getting to the very last stages and not knowing, but it's excitement. It's lovely. I'm really, really anticipating this game. It's great.
Super chat here from Ozan Kabak. Yes, he's played centre-back. He
Ozan.
says, yo, big up doors. Speaking of kits, can you rate our new Liverpool home kit from 1 to 10, lad?
Oh,
Being
lads. How boss is
From
that?
1 to 10. what
Sorry
do
to
you think?
talk about Liverpool right now, but yes, that kit is belter. I like. It's the first kit in a while that I've been like, I need that kit, and Gilly is gonna hook me up with it. He's got one coming on the way for me. Gonna be on me streams, gonna do me Liverpool games and me lovely kit, and you'll see it on me football videos as well.
It's that time of the
gorgeous,
year
you know.
now when all the kits coming out.
Have you seen it? Have you seen the Liverpool kit, the new one?
I
Isn't
must
he
say I
like-
haven't. I
It's
haven't.
pretty, you know. It's very simple, but it's pretty. It's got like, it's just a
It
classic
looks
red.
exactly like the one from this year, but with the white stripes.
Exactly
doesn't
that,
it?
yeah. But this one I didn't particularly like that much because it's a bit boring. This one has a little bit of you know, throwback to it. Little 70s one, it looks like. Reminds me of Robbie Fowler and Michael Owen in the early noughties. Belter question, Ozan, lads.
Super chat here for let's have a discussion. He says, I just want one of the Milans to win Champions League badly. Sorry, Sassy, my money is on AC. It will be historic. Football need Milan back on top.
Agreed.
History.
I really hope not. I really, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, so if you don't go through to, you know, this tie and AC go through,
Yeah.
would you want them to win the Champions League? Presumably not.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought
absolutely
you
not.
might say that.
No, it's just like, No, it would be a nightmare.
What about this then? Man City or AC Milan?
City.
Yo! I think everyone in England, everybody, I don't know, I'm assuming, but everybody in England doesn't want City to win the Champions League, right? Nobody wants that.
No, I don't mind them winning the Champions League. I know that sounds a little left field.
They'll be a bigger
I'm
club
probably
than
going to
you
get
then.
some stick for saying that, but
Hey, they might be a bigger club than you then if they do that, you know that? They'll take you off your perch, lad. Do you want that?
I don't know.
Do you want that?
They've got some players that I quite like, and I do like the manager.
I love the players. The players are wonderful and they play wonderful football, but never touch that Champions League ever, please.
Yeah.
Never. Thank you.
I do like ideally.
Well, put it this way: I wouldn't have a major problem if they won it.
I'd
To
be
be honest,
gutted. I would be gutted for football, for everything that is about football. Yes, I would be gutted if they won it. Yes.
even if it might end up with more coefficient points for English clubs, you still don't want.
I mean, it's great. Yeah, it's great that it's going towards English football and all of that stuff.
But
yes.
do you really care about
But,
that?
yeah, I just don't want City to ever touch that, because then it just proves that if you do spend enough money, you can
Maybe
get whatever
because
you
we
want.
haven't won it. I don't know. You guys have won it.
Yeah, and it's ours.
yeah.
That's like, so in my world.
Luka's in the
world.
house.
Oh yeah, Djokovic, lad.
Tennis great.
Mm-hmm.
Djokovic is in there. I wonder who he's supporting tonight.
That's a good shout. Must be such an atmosphere. What
He's
a day it
AC
would be.
Milan, isn't he? He's an AC
You think he's
Milan
AC?
supporter.
Oh,
No,
is
he
he?
is.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Even as a neutral right now, imagine being in Milan right now and going to this game, like all the wonderful food and the city, and
Like,
then
look.
going to this game afterwards. Great. A day out. It's
Got a
corner here,
to
turn to Milan.
Inter.
Yeah.
Dzeko might be interested in this. He's good in the air.
Oh!
Oh! Oh! Oh! I did say Dzeko, didn't I?
What?
I got that one right, bro. Hey!
Wow!
Inter
what a
1-0 up. Great goal as well.
Wow! That was a finish
That
and a
is
half,
an
that, mate.
excellent goal.
Eden Dzeko
I
with the
did
left
say-
footed volley,
Under the-
centre of the box,
I did
top
say
corner.
before
mate.
they took the corner, Dzeko would be interested in it. But what I didn't think is that he was going to put it in with his left foot. I thought he'd be a header.
Yeah.
But look
What
at that, his
a
left. That is sensational. Great
Jesus.
goal.
No chance for the keeper there. It's too
Oh,
quick for
absolutely
him.
no chance.
Not the keeper.
No chance at all.
Wow.
That's such a good goal because he kind of fought off the defender there, didn't he? Got his foot in front.
That's what experience does for you. That he's just like, I know I can get something on this. Let me
Yeah.
just put something on it. Wraps his leg round the defender.
He does.
Slots it top corner.
Very clever.
What a finish that is, mate.
That's a great. Oh, look at that.
Exactly. Like, very
You
well
can't
done.
believe
mate.
it, can he?
Very well done, Brev.
So that is an amazing start, Sassi. You must be over the moon with that, man.
1-0.
Yeah. Getting closer to my prediction for now.
Yep.
For now, we're no. But
Inter Milan 1-0 up after
Uh,
just 8 minutes.
This is great for the game. This
It'll
is
just
wonderful.
it'll just be in how the rest of the game is approached. I hope he doesn't fall into the
The trap
defending-
of trying to hold on to
defending
what he got.
the score, because like he's done it before, of just sort
This
of
guy's in the thick of things along with Theo.
Theo Hernandez is
Yeah,
brilliant, mate. He
yeah.
really is. It's one of them. You can't do this in cup games. You can't just wait to see if you win. You've got to go and win it, and that's why that's why you can't sit on 1-0 leads, because you can lose it very, very quickly. So it's about ebbs and flow of the game. You do want to, if you're 1-0 up and it's 80th minute, then yes, you sit there, lad, and you manage that and you keep that lead. But it's about ebbs and flows in the game, isn't it? So in this moment right now, you keep going for that second goal,
Yeah.
lad. But this is brilliant for me as a neutral. The game is opened up. The tie is open for business. It means there's going to be more goals, more attacking football. Because now AC Milan are going to lose if they don't score. So this is brilliant. Wonderful.
Yeah, you make a very good point there, Doyle. As a neutral,
Great.
which I certainly am, you want that goal to come
Nice and
early.
early.
who are you
Nice and
supporting?
Yeah, I'm trying to stay neutral, bro. There's a couple of
Ideally.
ex-Arsenal players involved. I guess I'd like to see Giroud in a final, being an Arsenal fan. But then,
He's already won it.
yeah. No, I'm going to stay neutral. I'm going to stay neutral. I think it behoves me to stay neutral for this game.
I just want,
Yeah.
the only reason why I want Inter to win it is because AC Milan are on 7 Champions Leagues and I would like them to stay there, please. Maybe you could. Thank you. Because Liverpool have got 6. I don't want them going anywhere further. Don't go anywhere.
Ooh.
Oh! What a start!
Oh my God! Is it Mkhitaryan?
Mkhitaryan, yeah.
Mkhitaryan,
Oh my God!
former Arsenal
Really?
midfielder. What a goal.
AC Milan look shell-shocked
They
in the
do.
first 10 minutes. It's 2-0 already. You must be ecstatic right now, Sassi lad.
He took that well as well, didn't he?
Yeah. Really,
This is a
I
dream
don't know.
start. It absolutely is.
Zanetti there sitting on the
2-0
bench. He
up
was
after
shaking.
10 minutes.
It's not what I thought at all. But that's been the last couple of games. That all side of Barella Di Marco has just been great.
There was a player there.
It's a bit worrying there, though, how he just walks through their defenders. Like
I'll
that.
tell you what.
Çalhanoğlu just stopped.
Yeah, did you see it?
Yeah.
So Mkhitaryan's running through, and an Inter Milan player stopped the cover run so that he could protect Mkhitaryan to get through
Right,
on goal.
right.
It was clever, that.
It
Very
was really clever
midfield
from
play.
Çalhanoğlu. Yeah.
Again, experience. Experience does get you places, and it's in them situations. Look at that. My days.
What an amazing
2-0.
start. I don't think too many people predicted that.
I didn't think it would be in the 10 minutes, but
Inter 2-0 up after 10 minutes.
it's like the thing is it's never finished until
Yeah, I
the
mean,
90s.
obviously,
Yeah,
so-
never is. Never is.
and
never.
especially these they're on a 180, and obviously bless you.
I'm so
Do you know
sorry.
what type of ticket allocation Inter would have got for this game? Because it's an AC home game.
I don't think is
Djokovic looked shocked.
50-50, like precisely 50-50. I think there's a sort of 60
Yeah,
70,
I would
30.
have, I would
yeah.
have thought that.
Obviously,
AC,
the two sides of the stadiums are divided. You can see that the bottom behind the goals are all filled of red.
Yeah,
They're all AC Milan, but like the stadium has always been divided in the north and south ring,
Oh, okay.
and just like you can see up there, that's all AC Milan. And I don't know. Usually, I don't know if they showed them before the game. I don't know if they did any choreography for it,
Yeah.
but they're usually like pretty stunning, especially when you're there in the
Like
stadium.
tifos and all kinds of
Mm.
onto it. Wouldn't expect anything less from Italian fans. Passionata. That was my Italian accent, just so in case.
It's just now we'll.
Some people are asking in the comments why you're not more excited. Are you worried? Or
Yeah, I think he's got a
I
little
am,
nerves.
I
hasn't he,
am
lad?
really
He's
nervous.
cautiously
yeah.
optimistic.
It's not
Yeah.
like me, everybody. I jumped the gun too early, and you all get to make fun of me for it. He's a regulated
yeah,
man.
he's
That's
more
a good
measured.
Thing. Yeah. Oh.
Just not exposing myself to to avoid getting memed and everything.
That's
Just being
true,
like,
that's
yeah, we're
true.
gonna win
Yeah.
4-0. Then if we do, I'm gonna say, oh, I thought that, but I didn't say it.
That's happened
But
to me.
Two
many
really
times
good
in the
goals,
race.
though. Well taken goals.
Yeah.
And especially the first one.
Yeah, brilliant.
But shout out to Mkhitaryan, man. Took that goal really well.
That did look like
Oh,
a little
that
bit
was,
of a pull. I
that
thought
was a
that
bit
was a
naughty,
little
that.
bit of a pull, wasn't it?
Giroud.
Got hold of him, like. That's a bit of a pull, that. But he
Mind you, I think Giroud was
invites
pushing
the
and pulling
contact.
as well, yeah.
The contact happens, and then he goes into a
But he's
little
got to be
floppy.
careful, Acerbi there. Because some referees look at that and think, Matthew first says Doyle is brilliant as a neutral.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Wow, that was a finish, wasn't it? They must not believe their luck at the moment, Inter Milan. Not luck, they've made this for
Yeah,
themselves,
yeah.
but 2-0 in the first 10 minutes against the biggest rivals. Wow, in a Champions League semi-final. I think you've only played once, haven't you? So you've only ever played in Europe against each other once and you lost that, right?
So twice, I believe now, because it's 2003 we lost, and 2004 and 5 was the. Wasn't it? No, I think 2003 was.
So
the
just
last
one
time.
time.
Yeah.
So this is revenge, lad.
Again.
Hopefully if you win.
Yeah.
But 2 goals is not a win, and know that Liverpool.
Yeah,
ended
it's
up-
not unsurpassable.
We lost 5-2.
Got a super
didn't we?
chat here from Nock. He says, history can't be bought, it has to be made. Liverpool did in Istanbul 2005, like United in 99, or Real against Liverpool 2 years ago. But
I just threw that little one in the
But
end.
City has used a lot of cash and not won it. And I just want to address a couple of people in there coming for me. One of them says I'm a Luton fan because I don't like some of the things. Listen, bro, I pride myself on being very different from a lot of people. I've got my own opinions. I'm not just going to hate on City. Oh, what a shot!
Nearly 3-0 from a thunderbolt.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So,
Oh my god. Inter Milan are peppering AC right now. It's unbelievable.
that was
This is the Barella that I like to see. He was a little bit tame in the last couple of games, and you can see that,
that
his
was
level
amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
the strike.
That would have been one of the goals of the season.
Unlucky. Oh, that was. Oh, mate, Barella there, yeah. Barella.
Yeah.
Oh my god. you see that?
I
And
like
that's
him
why I
when he
want you.
gets this upset, because there's been like him and Lukaku fought on the pitch because he was complaining a lot, and I think that tamed him down a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I like to see this sort of energy that I think is all like Conte instilled it in them, this sort of fighting.
Competitive.
Yeah.
Be competitive.
And that has brought, like, even Onana, having Onana on the pitch, he's just, compared to Andanovic in the last couple of years, is just a better keeper, but mainly it's about energy.
Yeah.
And so, like, security for the rest of it. Maignan is a great keeper as well, I do have to say.
He
I
looks
hate
like
the
injured,
guy
by
just
the way.
because he's good.
Someone's coming off for AC Milan, by the way.
Yeah.
He's an injury. But wow, this is why I want him. This is why I want him for Liverpool, because he's a good workhorse, but also he's creative. That was wonderful. That really was.
Sad thing is that it might happen in the summer.
He looks in trouble, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. The keeper looks injured for AC Milan. I think they are bringing a substitute on.
No, I think looks like Messias for should be Benacer looked injured.
Got another
I
super
don't know.
chat here from Debbie Lee Dupre. Says, I think Messi's watching this and he's like, you what? If the Barca thing doesn't work out, I wouldn't mind going to Inter in Milan.
Oh, don't. I remember when, like, 2 years ago, there was a speculation because the Suning TV in China posted a picture of the Milan Duomo with the silhouette of Messi on top of it. And we've been getting roasted ever since just because there was never any chance of getting him, and we don't know why. That was advertised as a sort of potential move, but
Just,
it would be nice.
Just in case people wonder, Benachir's gone off. Looks like an injury. So that's another disappointing development for AC Milan, who are under it at the moment. We've just seen them concede 2 goals in 10 minutes, and Inter have hit the bar with a wonder strike. Goalkeeper did well to keep out the return, but it's all Inter at the moment, got to say.
AC look absolutely shell-shocked, don't
Yeah,
they?
they do.
They
They actually do look shell-shocked.
Especially after 15 minutes having to take a player off, immediately changes the way you prepare the game. Look at that slide.
They're struggling to carry the ball up the pitch a little bit, and I think that's where they miss Leao in that type of environment. If you give him the ball at the halfway line, even in your own box, mate, he'll carry it to their box. That's just how good he is, and they're missing him massively. It's sad that he's not actually in this tie. I would have loved to have watched him play, because bloody love that player. I think he's fantastic. It's great advertisement for the Italian league. Wow, this is a battle and a half, mateys. Wow. Some real Italian defending going on here. You seeing this?
Mr. X says neither team stand a chance against Madrid or City. Well, I wouldn't say that because
I think
when you get to this stage of the
Yeah.
competition, man, these teams are good teams, and on their day, you know what I mean.
Liverpool didn't stand a chance against AC Milan in 2005, and we almost lost it, but we didn't. So you never know. But also, I agree in lots of ways because Real Madrid.
I mean, certainly you would have to say that
they're the favourites.
Yeah.
They are the favourites. I just think in a final you can never
exactly.
And I mean, I could be saying this, and then you get to a final and it's exactly as predicted, 7-0 for City or Real.
What I would say is somebody who's watched football over the years, if you come to the final and you get your tactics right, man, you have a decent chance of winning.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a free kick?
No.
Referee
Told him to stand up.
Absolutely letting this game flow. He's like, go ahead, kick everybody,
No.
bro. Whoa! Honestly, the tackles that are flying in are marvellous. They are ruthless tackles, these, you know. Who was that? Was that Diaz? No. Not good.
Tonali.
You've done well there to get through the men, like.
Yeah, as I was saying, I'm getting a bit of stick. What I said, and I stand by my word. Listen, I haven't got a huge problem with City winning it. I think it'd be good for the Premier League if City win the Champions League. And like I said, Pep, who I am an admirer of, I know that's his holy grail. If City win it, I've got no problem with it whatsoever. We will get our day, Arsenal. City not winning it does not improve Arsenal's chances of winning, if you see what I mean.
No, but it does.
At the end of the
tarnish
day,
football. It does just make it look like he can just pay for whatever he wants. And don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but you got to buy wisely, though.
And that's what I was about to follow on with. I was about to say, don't get me wrong. City's recruitment phenomenal. The way they play football on the pitch, incredible.
Inter again. This looks dangerous.
They play incredible football. They are wonderful to watch. Everything on the pitch with that football team is the very best, and I like it myself. I will hold my hands up. Everything outside of that, don't know about that, and I think everyone can agree with me
Yeah,
on
the
that,
whole
to be quite honest.
financial doping thing
Yeah.
is a relevant discussion.
But they buy
However,
well,
like you
and they
said,
play well.
like you said, Doyle, on the pitch, the way they play the game, the players they have, the manager. Listen,
Beautiful,
man,
mate.
come
It's
on.
beautiful,
You've
it
got
is.
to admire it.
I
So
do.
if they go on and win it, how can I hate on that? They're setting the standard that we have to aspire to. So
I want players like
I'm not
Kevin De
gonna-
Bruyne. Yeah, I want
you
players
know.
like Kevin De Bruyne, and as much as I hate to say this, Bernardo Silva's. I want them type of players to win trophies like the Champions League, because that's what they should be doing. They're world-class footballers. However, it's the same old thing of, I just wish it wasn't for a team like City, where there was just being
That's
a
fair
lot
enough.
of dodgy
Yeah, fair
money
enough.
stuff, and I just...
no, I hear you.
Yeah.
Joe Turner said, Laurie, would you support if it was Chelsea or Spurs? Must admit, no. If it,
Yeah, there we go. There we go,
but,
yeah.
but we're not talking about them. We're talking about City. And like I said, I don't have a huge problem with City winning Champions League. I don't at all. I know some Arsenal fans not going to like me saying that, but that's just how I feel. I'm being honest, and that's it.
I hope PSG and City
Never win,
touch
yeah.
you. Ever. Ever.
Yeah, I much rather Ancelotti's power of friendship to prevail. And like even yesterday was just seeing a team that was so carefully thought out against, I don't know, just yeah.
It's a
Having
very
fun.
difficult game, that game. Like, Man City are definitely not just going to win it. Real Madrid are that team that no matter what, they can find a goal. Every single player on that pitch individually can find a pass, has a good strike, can tackle, has pace. They have everything. Modric is playing football and he's 37 years old and he's still one of the best players on the pitch. So believe me when I say this, City have not won that tie by any means.
Oh, here we go, look.
What?
Check out again.
I was scared of that. I tell you what, Inter Milan are smoking these lads.
Yeah, they're on it tonight.
You must be a happy boy right now, Sassi lad.
I am, but that's the sort of thing that I was saying with Dzeko, that like he can do this, but then he might not have the pace to bring it to the
to
end.
keep going.
And like, if you bring Lukaku in the second half, then you can allow for that sort of play to
happen, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you just have to be very careful with the 2-0 lead. It's not over with a 2-0 lead by
No.
any means.
No.
But this is AC's home.
What is that saying? 2-0's the worst scoreline in football?
Yeah.
That's not something I necessarily agree with. But
It
you know,
lulls you into a false sense
it
of
does,
security.
it
You
does.
think, I've won the game.
It can do.
I mean,
it can do.
no disrespect, Laurie, but Arsenal know all about that in the last 6
I
hours.
thought that was good. Yeah.
It's just one of them. It lulls you. You think you've got over the line. You haven't.
They're in again.
Go for it.
Dzeko goes left, goes right, shoots.
They
Took a deflection. I think that's a corner, isn't it? Or-
have AC had one shot yet, lads? I don't think
No,
they
I
have.
don't
I don't think
Yeah.
Wow, it's
It's
all
all
Inter.
AC.
It's all Inter, and it's mad, yeah. Because I was
It's
just saying,
Tomori
then,
that got a
I don't
foot
know.
on that.
AC have got more supporters in this ground than Inter's right now because it's their home fixture. So they must be fuming right now, them fans, what they're watching, mate.
Yep, I think it's fair to say that Inter are dominating this game so far. They're 2-0 to the good. Gone close on a couple of other occasions. And, basically they're controlling it. But, as we said, guys,
Ooh.
it's still quite a long way to go. And, it's football.
It is.
Things happen.
Could be a red card, you know.
Like yeah,
That type of
that's what
thing.
I was thinking.
With the tackles flying in the air.
especially seeing this now, it's just you need one stupid act from somebody and just like a player sent off for a penalty, and it can change the game.
And
already,
that
'cause-
dominance we were talking about is reflected in the fact that so far Inter have had 5 shots on goal, 3 on target, 2 goals, whereas AC, despite having 55% possession, have done not that much with it
Nothing.
because they've
Does-
had no shots
Yeah.
on target and no shots on goal.
There's so much space for Inter Milan to pass into.
Oh.
Oh.
This is
The thing is
this
in-
game, mate, is honestly. I love this. You know, it's dogged. It's raw, lad. This is tackling and passion. This I love it. You know,
So
And that will suit Dumfries because he's quite a physical player. Actually.
and he's
I did
quick
note
as
that.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I noted that when he's playing for Holland in the World Cup. Very strong.
But lad, you'll be in the red shirt soon, kid.
Total 10-7. Yeah. It's been a problem in the last games for Inter Milan. The reason why we're now like last 5 games, I think we won 4, but then before that we have more losses than draws, And it's just because a lot of the time we made the game but never managed to send the ball in, and at the end you win by scoring the goal. So it doesn't matter if you have 70%
What that tells me, that tells me you play very attacking football, which is probably high risk, and some of the times it pays off and other times it doesn't, but there's it's a very short amount of draws because of that same reason.
But I'd much rather that, to be on, obviously not losing but an attacking.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, get it. My manager's Jurgen Klopp, lad. Heavy metal football and all that.
Yeah.
Attacking football all the way, lad. Don't want to watch no boring Chelsea football. You heard me. Wow, look at the battles. Oh, these are wonderful. I love it. I love it all. That's what footy's about.
Shut up.
Oh, that was definitely a foul. He just threw his whole body across him. Love it.
I just think they need, like, when that is called, just to walk away. He's been, last year he got sent off against Real Madrid in a useless red card because he just lost his head. And we were already through the group stage, so like just pointless thing. So I don't know.
And AC need a goal pretty soon to keep this tie alive for themselves. Still a lot of games to play, like, but they definitely need a goal just to build some
free kick here.
Momentum in the tie.
For AC, is this a window of opportunity for them to get back in the game?
They've got 3 men in the box. That's 4. That's ridiculous. They need to get more men in the box.
Giroud's will be looking for this. He's good in the air.
That was a terrible delivery.
Yeah,
Awful,
didn't even get past
delivery.
the first man.
Really bad.
Ooh.
It's the first
Isn't that
time.
so frustrating to watch when you, especially like you're 2-0 down, you've got set piece opportunity. Oh, this is interesting. Well defended.
He's given a free kick.
That is so disappointing.
There's a beef here, lads.
Yeah.
Was that Bastoni?
Yes.
And Brahim Diaz, who's about 5'2". That's madness, but he still wants it. Like, good on you, son. Oh, sad. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I was going to say that is so disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah.
As a fan, especially when you see your team get you're 2-0 down, you got a set piece opportunity to get back in it, and then the person who takes it doesn't even get it past the first man.
It's your first opportunity to get the ball into the box in the first 30 minutes, and you don't do it, mate. You're screaming at that free kick taker. That's your one job, lad. Get it on me head.
Cambosh says, a genuine question, why do EPL teams so scared of Real Madrid?
Because they are
I'm a Barca
boogie, man.
fan, and they do not scare me because of 20 years of
because you're their kryptonite. That's why Barcelona are Real Madrid's kryptonite, and they have been for ages. But when Real Madrid play any English team, they are like the boogeyman. That's just what they are. And it's the same with Spanish teams. Sevilla and Real Madrid have been notoriously the best 2 teams in Europe probably in the last 10, 15 years. They win it all the time. That's just the way it is with them. They must be mental, because honestly, when Liverpool have played them, we've been the better side, but they have just got over the line because they have the mentality. It's all mental. It's all mental. Somebody needs to beat Real Madrid, but not you, Man City, okay? Not you. Wait for someone else.
Ran a little poll here. Who will qualify out of Inter and AC?
Inter, by the looks of it.
Yep. 58%.
It's 2-0.
Still the first leg.
You tell you what, though, AC are growing a little bit into this game now. You can see the putting a few. That was nearly an incredible goal as well. They are growing into the game now. They're putting slinging a few passes together.
To warm into it a bit now.
Getting in behind the lines. That's what was good. Who is this? Oh, it was unlucky, that lad. Unlucky, son.
Yeah, it was a speculative ball into the box, but it was a decent effort. But didn't trouble the goalkeeper, if I'm being honest. Here come Inter again.
It's also
Checo's in the air.
This game is just full of heritage. Everywhere I look, like the red and black stripes and the blue and black stripes, and the San Siro in the background with the night sky. It's all iconic. This is beautiful. So, oh my God! It's a pen.
Is it a penalty?
It's a pen.
Yes,
it's a pen. It's a pen.
Wow.
Was that
From
Lautaro?
bad to worse.
Yeah.
Oh my
It didn't
days.
look like a penalty to me, to be honest.
It's same.
I thought that was a penalty.
Now it's a matter
It
of
looked like he had
who
the run
takes
on him,
it,
didn't it?
'cause,
Yeah,
It looked like he had the run on him.
That's what
Martinez goes
Lautaro's
down.
good for that.
Who's your penalty taker normally?
Should be Çalhanoğlu or Lukaku.
Oh, God.
Lautaro
That's a free kick.
is always a little bit of a risk on a penalty, but I don't know if he wants to take this just
He got
because he's-
sandwiched between Tomori
Oh, I don't
and...
know, you know. That was a bit of a mad one, that, you know. I don't know if it was.
I think they sandwiched him.
Was it a
It
foul?
goes down a bit easy for me.
Yeah.
there. But I can see why the referee might be tempted to give it.
The way Martinez fell
Yeah,
over
and just
locked
looked
eyes,
immediately, yeah.
His head was doing some owl movements and that.
looks like Çalhanoğlu's already on the. If he gets called,
What's going on? I think
Does it go to
VAR.
VAR?
Yeah, there's no pen.
yeah.
No pen.
Oh, no.
it is.
He's gone to have a look.
I didn't think
Which
it was a
means
pen.
that they
I didn't
might
think it
rule
was.
out.
I'm honest
Looking
with
at
you.
looking
If
back
they've
at it,
invited
I
him
don't know.
if they've invited him to
Yeah,
look at
it's
it
not.
again,
Yeah.
then it would appear that
They're like, oh,
they
that was
might
a
rule it out.
bit of a crap decision that you just did there.
But
mate.
he
Do you
did
wanna
go
and
down a
take
bit
look?
easy.
Yeah, it wasn't a pen to me. I think
You think it
Tomori's-
was?
I don't. No,
Oh,
it
you
was
don't
not a
know.
pen. That's not a pen.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's enough contact.
Where's the contact?
there.
Where is the contact? Anywhere?
No.
I don't see it.
He did have his arm on his back. And
But
like I
that's the
said,
contact.
you know what it is? It's
No.
the aesthetics of it. Because he got sandwiched between the two, what's he going to say?
No,
No,
pen.
he's ruled it out.
Good refereeing. Good refereeing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I
Good
would agree.
refereeing.
I would agree.
He's going to take the yellow card off him now as well.
I must admit, though, when I saw it live, he's also rescinded the yellow card.
Wait, he's going to give him a... No, he can't give
They're
him a yellow.
asking for.
He can't give him a yellow because he did put his arm on him, so he's trying to buy the foul, but there was a tiny bit of contact. It's still trying to buy the penalty, but even so, there's a means for his behaviour. So, meh, no yellow for me. Just play on.
it's
Just
not
play
for
on.
me.
Almost got excited there. But
If it goes 3-0, then that's
Yeah, that's starting to look a bit forlorn.
yeah.
But
Unless you,
2-0, it remains 2-0. The penalty was ruled out by VAR.
I
And,
rate Barella, you know, so much. That kid is a good footballer. Even if he doesn't come to us, I still think he's a great footballer. He really is. How much would you want for him, lad?
if you ask me, nothing. Like
Oh,
I
I
don't
was
know.
going to give you 20 quid right now, lad.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm always living in fear of every summer of like Lautaro's gonna go, Barella's gonna go.
I don't think there's many
don't know.
suitors for Lautaro, just because there probably is, but I just don't rate his technical ability, if I'm quite honest with you. I think he reminds me sort of Darwin Núñez. Oh
Whoa.
my God.
Ooh.
Loads
poor
of
defending there.
Oh my
Oh.
God. I thought he was just about to tell me to shut up with a
Yeah.
screamer then. There's something quite raw about him still, and he's electric and he's chaotic and all of that
I
good
think he
stuff.
needs a lot of like, and we keep saying it every year. Continuity.
Yeah, he needs to be consistent.
Because consistency, yeah. Because he goes on for a month of just scoring and scoring and scoring like twice a game and everything. Then he does a month with nothing, and that's when like most of the time that's where the draws start to come in, because he's just like, it seems like nothing can make him score
Yeah.
for like a month. And then I don't know, I just don't understand because I do really think he's a top quality.
Oh!
Honestly,
Another chance. This
AC
time for
Milan.
Dumfries.
where are you? Where are you, Milan? Because I can't see you. I can't. Are you playing, bruv? I
They
don't know.
look very open at the back, don't they?
Madness. Absolute madness.
I
This is
mean,
not the AC Milan that I
I'm
thought
going to
was gonna
say
turn
they're
up.
probably lucky that ball came to Dumfries and not Dzeko, because
Yeah, you can see him
Dumfries
getting
obviously not a striker. Had that come to Dzeko, that may well have been 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to have to sort it out at the back there.
Wow.
AC, aren't they?
Absolutely, mate. They've been terrible. Really, really poor.
Yeah.
They're 2-0 down, nearly conceded the penalty, conceding bags and bags of chances. They're lucky that it's not 3-0, to be quite honest with you. They've already hit the post as well, and said
Nice.
they've had so many warnings apart from the 2 goals. I don't know what they're doing, mate. Can't tell you. Their manager probably should change something at half time, if I'm honest. Teo Hernandez with his pink hair. Go on, lad, do something. They can't even find a way out for a throw-in. There we go. Everything they're doing is just getting an answer. Been a good game, though.
I've got to
Still
say,
enjoying it.
2-0 up, Inter, and looking comfortable.
Yeah.
Got to say it.
They absolutely do.
They do. They could. I mean, they could have had more than two, to be honest.
I mean, throughout the 3 ties, right, Inter Milan have beat them twice, so you could see this happening, really, but not in the manner that it's happened.
Yeah.
AC Milan have showed no fight whatsoever so far.
Oh, look.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Shaky again at the back.
Has it been raining in Italy or something in Milan? Because the ball is pretty quick.
I don't know. I
you've
do
also
know
been
that
in London with me, lads.
San Siro is not like.
Wow. Look at them stats.
Yeah.
58% possession for Inter Milan, but 1 shot on target. And then to Inter Milan's 11. Wow.
Yeah.
Just goes to show that possession doesn't mean too much, really.
No.
It's what you do with the ball, obviously. And I have to say, AC Milan are not doing too
I know
good.
that guy. I do.
Really, yeah?
Yeah.
Eh?
Well, no, just a guy on a.
You know
on
him?
yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy, that.
And I think he was with his brother who supports AC Milan, and he supports.
Yeah, I
Inter
did
Milan.
notice that.
Both of them together.
Something you wouldn't really see over here.
I mean, do you know what? In Liverpool, my big brother sports Everton. Don't you, Nick, lad? Pick the wrong side, brother.
He's the son of a footballer. I think he used to play for Juventus.
The lad that you're seeing.
Yeah. I think Bettarini used to. I don't know.
Oh my God! Honestly,
Ooh.
I don't know what he's. Wow. AC Milan have not dealt with any of this pressure at all.
Not, it's almost like they're still shell shocked from the 2 goals that they conceded.
Causing themselves so many problems, it's unbelievable.
They've not been in the game.
Nope.
Pioli from the back there looks like Pep, doesn't he? Really?
Yeah.
Choice of clothing and the hairstyle and everything.
I don't know if you can see from like here the about the ball running and everything. The state in which the pitch is kept is absolutely not to a high standard.
Long throw from Dumfries into the box towards Dzeko.
Ooh.
Again, the defending
Ooh.
there, it was hapless, I've got to say.
Just to talk about the quality of the pitch, you can see that actually where the goalkeeper's standing, it's muddy like a Sunday League pitch like that. Is poor quality.
Especially with both teams like playing on the pitch and going ahead in all the competitions. There's just been so many games being played on that pitch and not any sort of chance of doing any maintenance really. That
because there's too many games.
Especially because like that's why there's been talks of building another stadium and destroying San Siro, which would be sad because I do think like I grew up with it. It's an institution.
Yeah, of course.
I think
Everybody grew up with this ground, lad. It's football heritage, as I was saying earlier. Everybody knows the San Siro and everybody loves it, so it'd be sad to see it go without a shadow of a doubt. But if you do get another ground, wouldn't that just be the same problems? You'd both be playing on it still.
I think it would be like I don't know. I don't know how likely it is that another ground would
Bad
be
tackle
done.
there, that on Dumfries. That could be a booking.
Some of the tackles that are flying in, I will say it again. Oh my God, they're unconscious, mate. They are. Woo!
Oh.
It's
They're powerful,
especially
mate.
always this side, Dumfries and
Theo Hernandez.
Yeah.
Hate each other. Well, not hate each other, just very competitive with one another. Love it. That's what I want to see in football games. Absolutely want to see that. It's part of the game. Anyone that says it's not a contact sport, mate, take a look at this game. He's always had a fantastic set piece on him, hasn't he? What's his name? How do I say it properly? Kalagahu.
Got a super chat here from Marlon Blade. He says,
Kalanagu.
Marlon Blade, super chat, thanks very much. He said, this leaky AC Milan side completely shut down Tottenham, laughing emoji.
Yeah, they did. But then, it's one of them minutes, Tottenham.
Free kick in the bottle.
Ooh.
Crap defending again, in my opinion.
Again, they've been less than convincing in clearing that. Oh!
Ooh.
That's another thing.
shot on goal. Well,
That's another thing I like about Barella. He's very unorthodox. You see that strike that he did there? It was just on the outside of the boot. He was like, I've only got one chance to shoot. Let me shoot. That's a very different tie that they've got at the top left of the screen there.
Yeah.
Previewing Leeds v Newcastle. Very different to this Milan derby.
big up Elvis K. He's bigged me up, so it's only fair that I should big him up.
It's right. It's right.
Respect.
Don't know what they're doing here. They need to find some.
I would
feet.
imagine if you're Pioli, the manager, you just want to get these guys in, man. Hope they don't concede.
What's he going to change?
And get them back in there and say,
Oh,
look,
wow.
man, you got to make a few changes, possibly.
I think he needs to change the midfield. There's
Yeah.
something not right in that midfield. Maybe pack it out a little bit more or something. They're playing a 3-5, so that midfield looks
But I think
like.
defensively, they've been shaky as well, though, right?
Oh.
This is promising. Oh, no.
Oh, now
Here
this
come
is it.
Inter again.
This
They've
is
got
where
a
it
breakaway attack.
There we go. It's good from Teo there. He is a good player, Teo Hernandez. He is on the losing team right now, but he is definitely a brilliant player.
I hope Pioli's following his heart and just, as an Inter Milan supporter, as he said, just letting us play the game.
Clocked him there with his elbow. Didn't mean to, I don't think, but definitely clocked him. That would have hurt that. No handball.
No.
No.
Look at that kit. Oh my god. Beautiful Inter Milan kit.
Yeah, if I'm Pioli, I just want to get him in at half time and read the riot act.
What would you change here? Because
I'm tempted to make a few changes because they've not really shown me anything.
I
Gotta
think
be honest.
3 against 5 is just not working in the midfield.
it's
That's
not.
what I feel like. That's why there's been so much space for these midfielders to run through.
As much as I'm an admirer of Giroud, he's hardly touched the ball.
I
has he?
agree, mate. We were so bigging him up earlier and he's done nothing. Wow. I'd say this Brahimi Diaz is a good little
he's
dribbler, isn't he?
one of the few that's looked
A little bit of a
anywhere
spark.
near at it. But to be fair to Inter, they've coped with everything. Not that much has been thrown at them anyway.
Exactly.
But any time they have been faced with any type of threat, they've nullified it completely.
Let's just whip that box. What are you doing, lad? Just get in the box.
Oh,
That would have been mad that if he scored that same similar goal.
yeah, it would have been.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I was just thinking. It would have been similar to Checo's goal early.
What are
in
you
the
doing
first
there,
half.
lad? What are you
Yes.
actually trying to do there,
Yeah,
mate?
like
That's
that must be so
stupid.
frustrating. You don't want that. And fans there voicing their frustration as well. They might. You're 2-0 down. You've hardly had a shot on goal. You get in a position like that. You want your attacker to,
Whip
get
it in,
behind
lad.
and get the ball in the
Whip
box.
it in, lad.
Not be doing little flicks and tricks.
Leo was
Leo
fuming
looks
there.
very
Look at him.
frustrated. He looks like he wants to come on the pitch.
He does, yeah.
Ibrahimovic is
I
there,
don't
so-
understand why Ibrahimovic, like, he should have, I think, I do love the guy, even though it breaks my heart to see him there. As
Well,
I
he's
said,
played
I
for
started
both, right?
yeah,
He's played for both.
but I don't understand why he didn't quit last year, win the league, bring the title back to AC Milan.
He wants to play football.
He hasn't played a minute this season, basically, so it was just, I don't know.
These guys want to play football. If it was me, I want to play football until my body stops
You want to
me
get
from
paid
playing
7
football.
million
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I
a
would love that
season.
also. But even as just a football fan and like, I'm a freestyler, mate. I do like football tricks and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I want to
in
do
the
that.
right
but-
areas, yeah, at the right time.
I mean, yeah. If I wouldn't do that on a pitch, mate. I wouldn't do that. But what I'm talking about is, I want my body to go as long as I can and play football for as long as I can.
Yeah, yeah,
His everyday life is going to training, sitting with the boys. That's like, going to the changes, doing all these different things, going to physio, going to gym, lads. You just have a nice social life as well when you're part of a club. So I can see why you wouldn't want to get rid of that without a shadow of a doubt. It's a dream. A lot of young men and women, that's their dream. Why would they ever want to give that up?
Yeah.
So I can imagine it's only when you're forced out the door do you actually stop playing. That's what I would see it as. And even then, look at Ian Robin. Go to the lower leagues. Go and play there.
Oh, this
Nice.
no, he couldn't get round Dumfries.
Oh, see, we seeing these tackles and that.
Careful there.
Nope.
Oh,
No, that's not a foul, is it? Is it?
it's clever from Mkhitaryan.
Yeah.
Bought that foul. Gets a little slap on the back from.
Oh no, maybe it is, but not much at the same time.
Yeah, not enough to send him down, but then
That's great strength from there. Dumfries is quick, isn't he? Very
strong
quick.
as well.
We're nearly at half time, and it has
Yeah.
just been Inter Milan the
Don't
entire
think there'll be
half.
much added on time over, will there? A couple of minutes.
Maybe
If
not.
that.
Javier Zanatti sitting on the bench there, very happy with what he's seen, I'm sure. What a legend. He's another legend. He's part of football heritage as well. That's
I would
it.
have given 4 minutes. Surprised.
4 minutes.
I didn't see that, did you? 4 minutes?
No. Oh, did they have the little bit though, didn't they? Benacer came off.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And probably the VAR check, even though it wasn't that much time.
And there's a lot of this, isn't there? Are we seeing a lot of this? I think this is the 7th player that's been grabbing his face.
Yeah.
And they are getting knocks. They are.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Croonage.
They give him a yellow and I'll give you one instead. He's like, okay, that sounds it.
Let's have a discussion. Super Chat says, bro, these Milan players should be investigated and should be jailed because of their arrogance and absolute horrible performance.
Yeah, it's
Dio, Jiro, Tomori, TF.
Sassi, can I ask you a question, mate?
Yes.
Right, what is this thing in the Italian league where everyone has like 99, 78, 64?
The weird numbers.
What?
The weird numbers.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
Is that just like an Italian thing, or like what is that?
To be honest, I have no clue. I remember like seeing Balotelli. You'd see him with a 45, and then Cassano with 99.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's quite fun. Sells merch.
Ball in a box.
I suppose, yeah.
Sells different. I
you
think
see that? Another poor ball in a box.
Terrible, yeah.
Promising situation. Break down the flanks. You got Giroud made the run into the centre, waiting for the lofted ball. The attacker puts it straight into the opposition player's foot, basically. Another wasted opportunity for AC. Who I've got to say, man, you know, I think I'm being fair in saying this. They've been poor.
They really have. Inter Milan have only.
And Inter Milan, right? Let's be honest with you. They're 2-0 up, and really and truly, they've not really had to get out of second gear, really.
Not really.
Is that fair?
Yeah, they've been throwing a lot of strong tackles in, but other than that, really, they probably can't. That's why I said they can't believe the luck. I don't think. Great delivery from a corner, and then a well-worked second goal.
Yeah, I don't think they've been at their absolute best either, but they're 2-0 up.
This is what AC Milan needs to be looking at, though. This is the point. When you get an opportunity to put it in the box, you need to put it in the box, because them goals can change games. Look what Dzeko did. Dzeko scored that goal from a corner immediately, and it changed the game straight away. So AC Milan have got only themselves to blame. But there's still 125 minutes of football to play. So, 2-0 is not the be-all and end-all. But AC Milan need to put in a performance in the second half so that they need at least one goal. Don't want to be going into a second leg 2-0 down.
Oh, this is interesting. Oh, no, I couldn't get past the defence.
Yeah. Bastoni has really been
solid, Danny.
Especially because now our defence is not the one it was for the past years. De Vrij and Skriniar being basically sold to PSG and also injured. De Vrij has just lost it completely. I don't know what happened to him.
It happens, lad.
And so,
oh, this is interesting.
Oh,
that was a decent cross, although it hit a bit of a deflection.
Wow, that's a dodgy bit of...
yeah.
That's dodgy, that, lad. Chanel, break legs, that, genuinely. We're talking about the stadium. When you run off the pitch, there's like a dugout for the press, but it's right next to the side of the pitch, so a player could very easily fall into there, mate. Catch a quick leg break through there. Cover that up.
It's a risk of the game, I guess, when you play there.
I'd be gutted if I got injured falling into something like that. I'd be gutted.
There's
We're into the last minute. Oh, that's it. The referee's blown the whistle. That ends the first half. Inter Milan, 2 goals to the good. First goal by Dzeko, second goal by Mkhitaryan, former Arsenal player, of course. Got to say, Inter also had a couple of other opportunities that could easily have been 3 or 4 up.
Easily.
It's not been good for AC. They're going to have to do much better in the second half. And that's what I was saying to you guys just before the end of the first half. If I'm Piolo, the manager of AC, you just want that after hand, don't you?
Yeah.
Get them in, maybe make a couple of changes. I would be forced to.
I mean, tactically, it's not worked. He has to be the man to change this, because the players for the first 45 minutes have not been able to. It's evident. They cannot change this game on their own right now, so the manager has to do it. He has to be brave now and make some changes.
I would certainly like to see that. But Willie, though.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Pioli. Is he somebody that will make drastic changes at half time and go for it, or Will
I
he prefer to leave it for a few minutes and see if they can?
have to be honest,
Sure.
like Milan's game or the way Pioli tackles a game like this or a situation like this, I'm not as familiar
Right.
because I just think he's always been. I've always seen him as lacking a little bit of personality.
Yeah, innovation.
And so I've always seen him fold on himself in these situations. So what I'm hoping is that Inzaghi doesn't do, even though we're winning, exactly because we're winning, I hope Inzaghi doesn't do the same of sitting comfortably on the thing. Because I think at the way the games is being put right now, putting Lukaku in later and Brozovic will change the game completely. Doesn't matter what Pioli's going to do, especially because you cannot bring in Leao.
Yeah, I saw Leao there looking very frustrated, looking at the floor.
So like,
cursing his luck, thinking, "Oh, I wish I was there tonight."
If Inzaghi doesn't get comfortable and just goes for the game he has prepared, he can really bring it to an end. And I don't know. I don't know Pioli enough. When I told you he was sacked after five months,
which is unbelievable.
But that I don't think I've seen him before in games like this. He just loses his head.
It's good. You got to think about it like this, haven't you? You got to think about it in the way that if he sits on this 2-0 lead, he's still got 90 minutes to play. If he goes for it this game and he scores that third goal, that could be tight-ended straight away. He could win it in this first 90 minutes right now. He really could. So it's a difficult one as a manager to weigh up, I guess. But I think I agree with you. I'd bring on them lads at 70th minute, 80th minute. If he's still 2-0 up, try and go for that last goal, lad. 100%. Kill him off.
The dream result would be we're trying. It's been decades of banter from AC Milan because they won a game 6-0 against us. It'd be nice to see somebody approaching a game and just stopping that thing completely. If we won ever with that much, but I don't know. I'm not seeing a huge thing like that happening today. I hope it does.
I mean, if he did do it in a Champions League semi-final as well, that would be incredible. I mean, Liverpool did it a few months ago to Man United. I don't know if you've seen that one. We beat them 7-0 at Anfield. Glorious. It's probably the only thing that we're going to do all season, but still glorious.
Yeah. But
yeah, I would say definitely the manager probably needs to make a few changes. Whether he will or not, who knows? But yeah,
it's terrible, isn't it? It's terrible from AC Milan.
It's not worked in the first half.
Inter Milan can pretty much just go into the second half, seeing what they're doing.
Right.
I think.
Second guys?
Inter Milan can just keep doing what they're doing. Don't really need to change much. They've been dominating this football game. If they want to go for it at the end of the game, if they haven't conceded, I would, as a manager, if I was one, I would probably go for the game because you can kill them off in this one. You really can. I don't think I'd wait for the second 90 minutes to see if they can score another two. No.
Yeah.
Kill the game. That's what cup games are all about.
It's what we said, like, obviously, very, very different game. The second leg of the Champions League last year against Liverpool, that we won 1-0. It's just that sort of, you have not, well, obviously, this is the first leg. You have something to lose if you concede 1, 2 goals or anything, but just... And obviously, everybody's sort of hoping that their team scores more goals. But like, if they actually approach it and go for the kill here, it'll be like pretty. I don't know.
You haven't won it with 2 goals. That's just the reality of it. You have not won a game with 2 goals. It just probably won't happen. So you need to get that killer goal, which is usually the third one that takes all the momentum out of the game, takes all the motivation out of the opposition players, and just makes that second tie pretty much impossible unless you Liverpool and you win 4-0 at Barcelona. But other than that was still a miracle. You know what I mean? That probably shouldn't have happened, but it did. So I don't know what AC Milan are going to do in the second half. I can't tell you because I don't know the depth of the squad that they've got without Leao. Have they got anybody that they can bring in? That Maldini plays for them, doesn't he? Maldini's son. Is he any good? He's alright, isn't he?
Hey, I don't think he's good enough to shift the...
Exactly, that's what I mean. Who did they bring on now? Who do AC Milan
They put Messias. Messias is Messias as a story, as a player, I don't know why he got tired of it himself, just because everybody was sort of telling the story of how he went from delivering fridges and stuff. To he used to work as a delivery guy.
Did he?
And then got bought from AC Milan and scored the first goal for AC Milan in a Champions League game. He got tired of himself just because it seemed like everybody was pitying him, of being like, oh, look at this. Like, bless him. I don't know. But, yeah, they brought on Messias. I'm not sure who they could bring in that could change the game completely.
I think they need to bring midfielders in. That midfield battle has just been won by Inter Milan, hands out. There's no battle there in the midfield. The defending's been terrible for AC Milan, but particularly that midfield is just overrun, mate. That's why that Mkhitaryan run actually got through.
Yeah, this is the play here, I believe.
It says, yeah, I've got.
Oh, it's Lautaro that. It wasn't Çalhanoğlu. It was Lautaro that just loses interest in the ball and just lets it through for Mkhitaryan.
We've got a super chat here from Facts Only. Yeah, and it says, bro, Sassi, you better go prepare yourself for what might be the biggest defeat in Champions League in UCL final history. Do you agree with that? Do you think if you do go to the final, you will just get battered by one of the two teams?
That's one of my worst nightmares. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be a 7-0 for whoever, but could be.
I agree. I think when it's a Champions League final, there's a whole different type of motivation that goes into it. There's a whole different energy about the game. And I don't think Man City would be conservative in that game, but due to a certain degree, because they want to win it themselves, they don't want to concede. Just similar to the way when Liverpool played Tottenham, we were the better team.
I was just about to say, I hope it doesn't get like... I hope it's a good final anyway. Whoever goes there, I hope it's not a Liverpool Tottenham.
That was a crap final, and I agree with you. But Liverpool went to win a Champions League. They didn't go to play football. They went to win a Champions League, and that's what they did.
And yeah, and to be fair, I don't know. I think obviously it's not like this for everybody, but I think when your team is not playing the final, every final could be boring, unless like sometimes. So I do understand, like Inter Milan against Bayern Munich in 2010 must have been the most boring, not for me.
Yeah, exactly.
But for whoever was watching it at home, not supporting any of the two.
It was one of the greatest days of my life when Liverpool won that Champions League. It genuinely was. It was the most boring game I ever watched, but I didn't care because we had the 6th Champions League, mate. Boss. Glorious moments, and that's why City, I hope you never get that moment. I'm sorry.
I was at our Champions League final back in 2006 to Paris when we lost to Barca. I was at that game, and it's heartbreaking loss. Although, having said that, I was proud of the team on the day, and it was a good couple of days I spent in France meeting other fans and stuff. Fans from both teams. It's a great occasion.
Painful loss.
Glad
that
to
one,
be part of it, but yeah, it was painful loss.
I was actually in Camp Nou the other few months ago, 2 months ago or something, and I seen that trophy, and I genuinely thought that literally could have been Arsenal's trophy right there. I was looking at it and like that could have had Arsenal's name on it. That's mad.
Yeah, I remember we had a goal disallowed and all that. And
believe me, we've been to 3 Champions League finals in the last 5 years. We've only won one of them because we've lost 2 of them.
It's not an easy thing to do.
And then we got knocked out by
Man City are finding out.
I think it does get easier though. Like, I don't know, if you are used to reaching that level, if you're used to reaching the semi-final and the final, I don't know, obviously losing is always losing. But you're sort of like, next year could be the year. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty hard going like this year against, if you reach the final, you're meeting one of these two teams, and just knowing that you reach the final, you might not reach it for another couple of years. Hopefully, like, I don't know.
When was the last surprise of a Champions League win? Who was it that was surprising? I mean, I guess Chelsea was. No one really expected Chelsea in the form that they were in the league. They were playing terribly, and then Tuchel come in and just won it with 5 games or something. But before that, I guess they're still a Champions League team. Is there a team, and anyone can put it in the comments, that actually won by surprise? I guess Porto was in 2000 and whatever Mourinho again.
Yeah.
But I can't particularly remember. Real Madrid have just been so dominant in this cup for so long. It's just painful. Who's won it? Real Madrid, Chelsea, Liverpool, Real Madrid.
Mm.
Who else?
Barcelona against Juventus.
Oh yeah.
And then Juventus has lost 2 finals in the last 10 years, haven't they? But I think, I don't know. Looking back now, maybe people would think that Bayern Munich against Inter Milan in 2010, with like when we won it. To me, I don't know. I had once we beat Barcelona, once we got through the semi-final against Barcelona, I had no fear of going against Bayern Munich when we did, and that might have been a surprise win. I don't know, for somebody else.
It's interesting because I hope City are not thinking like that with this.
I mean, I hope you are thinking like that. I hope you are underestimating
whoever wins
everybody.
that. I mean, let's face it, the favourites are either Real Madrid or Man City.
The favourites are Man City for sure.
However, you know, we all know what football's like. You don't want to be counting your chickens before it's done.
I just think whoever is going through tonight, well, not tonight, but like from this
week.
This time.
Is just gonna play a completely different game when they reach the final.
They will, yeah.
I don't think that. Obviously, you play different teams, you approach the game differently, but I just think it'll be completely different, and that can change a lot of things. It could be a park the bus and hope kind of thing, or.
Because it was interesting. I did the game yesterday, and one thing I noticed straight away tactically is that the way Real Madrid set up, even though they were home side, they seemed to be very happy to let City have the ball.
That's their style, mate.
Yeah.
That's the way they play incredible at counter-attack in football.
I was a bit taken aback. I wouldn't say negative, but they didn't really, you know what I mean, go for it.
Honestly, I am not surprised at all by that whatsoever, because that's how Real Madrid have played for the last 5 years, mate. They don't have midfielders in the middle of the park that can run for days anymore. Kroos and Modric are not them young lads, but they do have the quality to find the balls, and they also have strikers like Benzema and Vinicius who take responsibility, and that's exactly what they do. They score big goals in big moments, and they do it all by themselves.
I described it as what I call rope-a-dope football, which is like
they soak it in.
Sit back on the ropes, soak up the punishment, and then wait for an opportunity to counter you. And that's what they did yesterday as well.
Man City looked shell-shocked, didn't they, when Real Madrid actually scored? The game flipped its head completely, where Real Madrid were dominant and Man City couldn't get the ball really. And then they found the rhythm, because it's Man City and that's what they do. But yeah, and then they scored a wonder goal themselves, which was marvellous, by the way. Insane.
I think the draw yesterday was probably a fair result, actually.
I think
super chat here from Hamidai. He says Doyle gonna cry when City win Champions League.
I will, lad. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie about it, lad. I'll be so sad about that. Very, very sad about it. Yes.
To me, it just depends who it's against. If it's against me, yeah, probably.
Chat here from Debbie Lee Dupree says, "I feel so bad for Zlatan. He's like he's a statue on the field."
If she feels
not
bad
even on the field.
he's not on the pitch.
Exactly,
he's a literal
just
statue.
A statue.
Yeah.
Another super chat here from Facts Only. He says, "Bro, Sassi, you better go prepare yourself for what might be the biggest defeat in Champions League."
Have you put that again?
That
is that being said again, or
no? He read it out again.
I thought they were commenting twice.
Honestly,
I am prepared now.
He said it twice now. He's prepared. But having said that, I think if City go through, they're just going to bloody win, because they've been there before now. They've done that loss in the Champions League final. They've had that sting, and it was the same with Liverpool. Liverpool went for the first tie to play football against Real Madrid, and they come to win a Champions League. And then so when Liverpool went to the final the following year, it's exactly what we did. We didn't come to play a game of football against Tottenham. We came to win a Champions League. It's a completely different mindset, completely different way of approaching the game, and that's why we won it. And that's what City will do if they get to this final. They won't go hammer and tong and just blow you away. It's not going to be that. It's going to be a well-managed game where they score the goals they need to and get over the line, because that's what they're just phenomenal at the moment. They really are.
Well, we're about to start the second half. Inter are out on the pitch already. AC Milan, here they come. Be very interesting to see what approach they take. I don't think they made any changes, have they?
It doesn't look like it.
No,
I think I see the same, yeah.
I'm probably slapped them all on the way out.
Captain
Zlatan in the changing rooms.
Has on the back of the head as they go through.
They need to make something happen rather quickly.
And they need to get at least one goal out of this and keep it to a one-goal margin.
Because if Inter score again, you would imagine that's pretty much game over.
Especially because the atmosphere will change next game, because it will all be Inter Milan fans instead. So They need to use their 12th man right now. I don't know what the atmosphere is like, but I'm pretty sure it'll be amazing. We can't hear it, but I'm sure it'll be amazing. It's San Siro.
Acerbi. Same last name as me.
Has he?
Oh,
Yeah.
is it? Oh, well.
Just a fun fact. I don't know. But yeah, no, we're not related. But and I don't know. To be
Should do
honest,
some
last
digging,
year
maybe you are.
he played for he was at Lazio, and last year he conceded AC Milan the goal for their league win. So it was pretty ballsy of him to then come to Inter Milan after that.
Wow.
I don't know.
What is that thing? They all do that. A lot of players have done that, haven't they? Play for both teams.
Well, no, he was a Lazio.
Oh,
But
sorry.
he conceded. He was basically the
kicked off
reason
one.
why they won
Okay.
the league.
I see a kicked off long ball into the half of.
Oh, bit of miscommunication there from the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I do feel like
Maybe
it's
that
something
long ball is a node to something that they might try different. I don't
Especially if you've got Giroud up there as well. Just get it on his head, innit? You can flick it onto one of the little lads that can run.
Decent ball in the box, attacked.
Oh. I like that from Teo. He knew we weren't going to get it, but he still ran for it.
Mm.
That's what you got to do with the fans. You got to show them that you desire. You got to show them that you want the ball. You do, lad. The way some of these players go down
I
is
know.
great, innit? You can see the
Almost like
moment.
they go down in installments.
Yeah,
don't
it is.
they?
You see the moment where they go, wait, I can get a free kick
Yeah.
from this potentially. Ole. It's mad. It's like the GTA thing when it does, like, you know, when you die and it goes, black and white. You know what I mean?
Darsh says, remember, you can dominate a game in a Champions League, but one goal can change everything. That is
Absolutely true.
That is true.
That's why what we were talking about at half time, we were saying really Inter Milan need to get that killer goal, which is the third one. And even so, the tie's still not definitely over, but that is the goal that can sort of turn the tie. As they always say, the next goal is going to be very important, mate.
Yes. Darsh says, Sassi, what do you think about DiMarco?
I do. I like him. I like the guy. I just think, like, again, it's one of those things that you had to make do with what you had. So Gozens is obviously on the bench. He's another one that could. Is he on the bench? Because he got injured against
I didn't see,
Benfica.
to be honest with you,
But everyone's expecting. Same with Darmian. They are players that are called to do a tough thing and fill a tough spot after Kimi and having Gozens there. And he's just like. He's been delivering in the last couple of months or throughout the season. He has his shortcomings, I think, but he is a good
Free
left
kick
foot.
to AC.
Nope.
Goes to the back post, but nothing on that. Don't know what Giroud is asking
the amount
for there,
of
but,
face holding in this game has been incredible. Everyone
who
got
was
up
it
the
who went
face.
down? Was that Dumfries?
Dumfries, yeah.
He's been in the mix.
Oh, no, he did catch an elbow there, no?
Just though.
Yeah.
It's one of them where he's in the midst of everything. He's the one that's elbowing, getting elbowed. He's the one that's making people grab the face, and then he's grabbing his face. It's mad. Referee's got a lot to deal with today, to be honest with you.
I mean, he's holding the top of his head there. He got
That's
caught in the
Tyrrell's
face.
there.
Oh, brilliant. Lukaku warming up there.
Gagliardini. No.
There's no hard feelings there between Giroud and Dumfries.
Didn't do it on purpose, like, definitely not.
Nah, he wasn't. He was just
Running.
Giroud's not that type of player. Actually.
He
I've
isn't.
seen him also. Big
The
lad.
only two that I've actually like.
Quite
that-
classy, isn't he?
He's a big lad. He can. I've seen him at Arsenal stick up for himself on quite a few occasions, but he's not a dirty player by any stretch of the imagination.
He's got that French classiness.
Yeah. The only one, the actual beef between players is between Çalhanoğlu, Hernandez and Zlatan, just because of the celebrations of the winning the league last year. They all chanted against Çalhanoğlu and
It's opened up a bit here.
ooh,
Decent
good
effort, but outside the post.
I could
I
tell,
think
though,
the goalkeeper had that covered.
to be honest with you, when he struck that, I could tell it's not his first option. He didn't want to strike
The goalkeeper
that.
had that covered.
He's not left-footed, Brahimi, is he?
Another
Actually,
super
no.
chat here from Debbie Lee Dupree saying, who do you have for the Europa semi-final?
I need to have a bloody look at this, don't I? Let's have a look.
Juventus there.
No more Man United, like. So what we've got: Roma, Leverkusen, Juventus, and Sevilla. I'm telling you now, Sevilla.
Yeah, they always seem to do well in this competition.
It's their cup. They are the Real Madrid of Europa League.
What are Roma like this year?
The thing is, this year there's now like the league has been won by Napoli. There's 3 spots for the Champions League left, and we're all from Lazio, who's second, Inter, Milan. I don't even count Juventus because I don't think they're gonna be able to play in Europe next year. But like, and Roma, we're all in the space of like 5 points. They have been consistent. They signed Dybala. He's been doing fairly well. They're going through with the cups and everything. Mourinho's delivering on that side. They've had a little moment right now of just sort of. But it's been fair. It's been a fair league this whole, apart from Napoli, obviously. But so
what did you make of Napoli's success? Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, big chance for AC. Got us missed it.
Oh no, he wasted that.
That was a bloody waster.
That was a waste.
That's their best chance all game. That best chance all game, and he slashed at it.
Yeah, that was a good piece of play there from AC.
It was a Tonali with the ball through. Brilliant baller.
He was in very good position. Seemed to slow up when he took the shot.
Terrible. Really bad effort.
There's no real conviction in that effort.
It's the same with the Brahim one as well, mate. I can tell they don't look like they feel comfortable striking the ball.
Didn't look confident at all. Super chat here from Rob Lewandowski. He says, "How sad is it a big club like Juve gets ruined?"
They just ruined themselves, to be honest. It's not like it's not sad. I'm not sad. I'm really happy actually. It's just Juventus. I don't know. I don't want to.
You guys
throw
hate
too much.
Juve, though, don't you?
It's not that the sport should hate Juventus, and I'm not trying to be. I mean, it's just they got relegated in 2006 for fixing matches and everything.
Yeah.
They came back. They completely ruined like the transfer market, doing the same thing that City does and everything, but just in the Italian market, they're falsifying their accounts. I mean, if they're doing anything, they're doing it to themselves, and then it's not fair when you're the only team that can afford to buy all the players from. I don't want to throw any accusations. This is mainly speculation, but I don't know. It is a historic team. They did won a Champions League with a penalty that was given outside. So I don't
He's
know.
calling them cheats, basically.
Can he get the cross in?
What he's saying is, Juventus are a bunch of cheats. That's what he's saying.
Like they have been. To be fair, the weird thing is, they have had for the past 10 years. They won like 9 leagues.
This is interesting. He's through. Oh, he's in! He's in! Got to score! Oh, no. Good save by the keeper, though.
This game's been
You would have
brilliant.
backed Dzeko to score that.
Yeah.
He was through. And he had the space.
Like, nobody can say that Juventus didn't have the better team in the last 10 years, because that's just not telling the truth. They did have
it's like City.
Amazing players. But how do you get those players out? I don't know.
No, it's true, lad. It's true. I understand.
I think the keeper's kept him in the tie there.
He has.
Yeah.
Great save.
Maignan has been a really, really good signing.
Although I still think that Dzeko should have done better, but it was a great save.
But you'd expect from AC Milan going from, like, I wasn't expecting losing Donnarumma to play this much in their favor, to be honest. They had Donnarumma, he goes to PSG, you get, Maignan has just been insane. Even last year has been
that was
like
a very
that.
good save.
Wow. AC seem to have come out a little bit better, but still conceding the chances, as you just seen there with Dzeko.
Subish Cabo says, Subish 007 Cambo says, question for Laurie in the panel, but mainly for Laurie. Don't you think Van Basten was better than R9? Beat all through Champions League and still played till 28. Listen, they're both quality players, man. But
Van Basten better than Ronaldo.
R9.
No?
I can't be.
No?
No.
Van Basten was brilliant, without a shadow of a doubt. But R9 is the phenomenal.
Levels, bro.
He was incredible to watch. For everybody that he played for, a generational talent. He will be remembered for forever.
Once in a lifetime talent, really.
Incredible footballer. But Van Basten, but there's no discredit.
Van Basten was excellent as well.
Yeah, you can't.
I think it's levels.
Yeah.
Elite. R9 is elite.
It's hard, isn't it, when you compare players like this, because you make it sound like one of them's a bad player, but he's not at all. He's incredible as well. Like, but Ronaldo, he was the reason why people got into football. To be quite honest with you, when I was a young lad, he was one of my favourite players. Growing up, he really was.
There's a reason why they called R9 the real Ronaldo. You know what I mean?
They'd call it the phenomenal, weren't he? The phenomenon.
Yeah.
Because he was. Him and Ronaldinho, mate, have been the best Brazilian players I've seen in a very long time. Neymar's great. He is. Wonderful player. Not discrediting him. But them two in particular, bloody hell, they're incredible footballers. Every shot from AC Milan here, every single one of them, they're just slashing at. They don't...
Has this been as a corner? I don't know. But yeah, the Ronaldo, Ronaldo's just sad to think of what could have been as well if he hadn't had those
the knee
injuries. And I mean, I was born in 1999. I wasn't even alive the year that he won but it's just something that gets sort of
he was like a force of nature.
He really was. Incredible. I was born in 92, lad, so I got to see him growing up, like a little bit anyway, and he was just incredible to watch. He got me into it.
He is like what Haaland is now, but like doing it at,
better player.
Yeah.
Much better player. Yeah. Much better player.
Yeah, but Haaland's that impact that Haaland's having in the Premier League, that was kind of what
I get what you're saying.
Ronaldo had, you know what I mean, across all the different
no matter where he went.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Just a force of nature.
There was Robbie Fowler, Steven Gerrard and Ronaldo for me were the players that got me into playing football. Yeah. Okay. Robbie Fowler was the first, to be quite honest with you. Bloody loved Robbie Fowler.
Ronaldo as well played for both teams, Inter Milan and AC Milan. As did Adriano. Adriano was, I think, and that's when I started watching football, I think Adriano as well, a sad story that he couldn't fully be at the top of his potential, but he was just insane. I think having him and Ibrahimovic,
it's a monster, ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very sad story, lad. It's a very sad story.
Go.
Oh.
Might have, yeah.
So Hernandez defended that really well. He was a good player, him. He was a good player. That's what I was saying earlier, the players that these two teams have had have been just off the charts, mate.
Even in these past 10 years, sometimes thinking back, it's weird to think that in our worst period of time, we had Coutinho playing for us, and then it goes on. We had Kovacic.
We bought him off you for £8 million, lad, and sold him for 140.
Yeah.
Bash.
So one that I do miss now,
this is interesting. Oh no.
Perisic that is gone last year. I think could have still had something to say.
Here comes Origi, super sub for Liverpool.
The absolute best clutch striker you've ever met.
But can he have the same effect for AC? So do you think Giroud will come off then?
He'll have to, only because he hasn't really done much in this game, has he, at all?
Impact, really, has he?
Leao is going to be itching. I'd say AC Milan need to keep this at 2-0 to give themselves an opportunity to get back into the game. Leao was going to be scratching his head at this one, lad.
Well, the goalkeeper did his part in that with that great save from Dzeko.
Yeah. He made a few good saves, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper has. The 2 goals that he conceded, he could have done, and maybe the second one he could have done a little bit better, but the first one he couldn't have done nothing about that. Saturday night, and I like the way you move.
Looks like he's not changing anybody for now, Inzaghi.
You see that Kja? How do you say that? Kja?
Kyo, I think.
Kja. Do you remember when he scored that overhead? Was it him? No, it wasn't, was it? That was Mexis. They look similar.
Dasher Dog says, at DR Sports, are you doing the big fight live on Saturday night? Yes, we are. Make sure you tune in. DR Sports And don't forget DR Boxing
sorry,
Weekly, which comes out later this week as well. Myself, Nick, James and Shane on the panel.
What's the big fight on
The
Saturday?
big fight this week is KSI. He's taking on... he's actually fighting a professional fighter this week. Joe Fournier, who is, I think...
No.
Had 10 fights, 9 wins, 1 no contest.
Has he, do you reckon he's been paid to lose or anything?
Well, I think what it is, KSI is looking to step up his levels. He's looking to fight a professional fighter. I think he's made a good choice in this fight because although he's fighting a professional, he on record as 10 fights and 9 wins. I've also got to qualify that by saying he's not very good, and I'm expecting KSI to not just win, but by looking good doing it.
To be honest with you, I'm not really into the whole YouTube people getting boxing. Amateur boxers go through a lot of fights before they get professional contracts, and they dedicate their entire lives to it. And then some lad that's got loads of views on YouTube can just pay somebody to put him on a stage that they deserve to be, that other professionals
you're talking to
deserve to be on.
who's boxers and amateur.
If I had YouTubers coming into Liverpool Football Club, mate, and wanting to start up front because they've got 1 million views on a YouTube video, I'd be fuming. And
although I have to be honest to say that KSI, and there's 1 or 2 others as well, are taking it seriously. They do actually train like professionals. I'm not saying that. They might be good boxers, right? They might have some talent or whatever else, but they haven't paid the dues to be where they are. And that's the thing in sport. It's a meritocracy, and there's very, very few things in the world that are based off meritocracy. Look at this. This is interesting. Oh, was he fouled there? I think that's a good tackle myself. And yes, the referee's not awarded a foul.
So Giroud has stayed on. Selmakers went out for
Selmakers.
Yeah.
So you're looking on going a heavy attack then by the looks of it. Don't know about that one, to be quite honest. He looked like he won the ball.
Didn't see much wrong with that from
Giroud. Mkhitaryan with his experience again. That one looked like a foul to me. That was more of a foul than
the tackle before.
That wasn't a foul, wasn't it?
The second one wasn't. Being a hard-fought game, exactly what I thought it was going to be. All this stuff here, love it all. Great. Play for your team, play for your badge. That's what it's all about.
Brozovic. I just don't know who. I imagine it's going to be.
Who will he come for?
I suspect. Yeah, I was about to say Mkhitaryan. I just saw
goal scorers.
But yeah, because I think just change the way that the midfield is set up.
How's he been for you guys this season, Mkhitaryan?
He's been good. He's done some heavy goals. He's again stepped up when was needed because Brozovic has been out, and he's just now coming back to the level of the Brozovic we've known for the past couple of years, which I think is just essential to the Inter Milan game.
Yeah.
And then
essential.
Oh, clearance.
Nothing. Oh.
Big Divock there, big Divock.
Oh.
Ooh, Divock. Good lads.
Oh, he's done well then.
Yeah.
Oh, good reverse pass by Origi.
My Divock.
Oh.
If that. You just got to hit that. Nah,
shoot. Oh, he's hit the post.
AC Milan have hit the post.
That's the closest they've come.
Oh, wow.
And that all started from the goalkeeper, clearance upfield to Origi on the left-hand side. Good little run. He's cut it. Nice reverse pass there. Cut into the box.
Good play, actually. I thought he took one touch too many, to be quite honest with you. But it looked like he'd done the right option. Oh, it's a corner. Should be a corner, that.
Yeah.
Absolutely should be a corner. It's not?
Yeah, he didn't.
Absolutely
it was,
should be.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a good ball over the top? Wow, the pace of Dumfries, mate.
Oh. No. What's happened? That was weird.
It's a referee blowing up.
Oh, I think they stopped the game.
Oh, you think he's been hitting the plums? Fair play. Nobody likes that, do they? Oh! He didn't get hit. He got a whole man in between. Pause.
A full Tomorian.
Pause. Jesus.
I don't know.
Mabusi Gamir says Andrew Tate destroys both KSI and Logan Paul on the same night. I'm not so sure about that, bro. I don't think Andrew Tate would beat KSI at all.
Can't even beat the law case that he's
underneath. When he
underneath.
did, it was kickboxing. It's not boxing.
Oh, look at that.
Battles everywhere. All the legs and
I
the
just
arms
like-
flying everywhere, lad. I love it.
Barella just trying to shove the ball against somebody.
I love it.
And
Laurie says, if Arsenal finish trophyless, is it a disappointing season? It will be disappointing if we don't win the league, given that we held the lead for so long. However, if you look at the overall scheme of things, we qualified for the Champions League, going to finish second. I think that's a decent season. In fact, I think that's a good season. So, in answer to your question, no, it's not disappointing.
So
I don't think you should. Like,
yeah.
Oh, Origi's looked sharp
there,
since he's
mate.
come on, eh? Oh, look at him go past the defender there. And he's put it in the box.
That was
but,
both of the thing. That was brilliant. That from him.
Clear it.
So he's having the kind of impact that you want your subs to have, right?
And he does always. When he's done it
Yeah.
for Liverpool so much. Whenever he come on, he was the best player on the pitch almost. It was
He
insane.
looked very direct.
Time
He's had a
after
couple of
time
runs
after
now
time.
where he's gone past the defender with relative ease.
Yeah.
Obviously, AC Milan will be hoping he can keep that up.
It's one of them as well. With the play like Dumfries, as electric as he is, he probably does tire himself out towards the latter stages of the game because he's up and down that wing like a madman. So somebody like Divock coming in against him when he's got a little bit of a tired leg, perfect. That's what you want.
Kind of nervous.
And he's been a rock him.
Good little spell here for AC,
Yeah.
and that's coincided with the substitutions they made.
Look
I
at
remember
that.
me and you were calling for subs at half time.
Should have done that at half time.
A little bit late, but
Yeah.
better late than never. And got to say, Sassi, that since
Yeah.
Origi and that's come on, he's definitely made an impact. But can he get a goal? Can they get back in it? They've got a corner. Decent delivery. Oh, but it's headed
Jacob
out.
cleared, yeah.
They're playing with a bit more energy now, AC.
Yeah,
And
they come
they're
out of
gonna
the shell a
need
little
to.
bit. They've got outlets now with Divock Origi. He is an outlet.
Yes.
He can run with it. He can carry it up the
yeah,
pitch.
he's
That's
given
what I
them
was.
something, hasn't
They
he?
missed it with Leao. You could see it badly. Giroud is not that player, and they weren't playing long balls over to the top of them. They were trying to build play.
Yeah.
You just, it's not his strength. Can't put the ball behind and expect him to run into it.
They do need a goal. They need a goal desperately to get back in this game.
Be great for the tyres.
If they do get one, though, all of a sudden it changes the complexion of the game somewhat.
Yeah.
you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
That's why we need it.
Yeah.
As a neutral, it'd be great. But 2-0 is not a win. It never is. It never,
Nope,
ever
it's
is.
definitely not over.
I'm sorry, I'm getting more nervous now. I'm just looking,
Damn right, lads.
and we haven't, like, past couple of minutes haven't had any real chances that we're building. I feel like they are sort of waiting for them.
It's almost like what you said was going to happen, mate. Inzaghi's told the lads to sort of hold off a little bit, keep this 2-0 win.
Hi,
I've had the
guys.
chance.
Says Laurie, did you used to bully Robbie growing up? No, I didn't, actually. As the size disparity will no doubt show you. We did have our little tussles, but I wouldn't say I bullied him.
Every brother does.
Yeah.
Me and our kid, mate, we used to fucking go mad with each other.
Minaj Ali says KSI beat Joe Fournier quite comfortably, then he'll fight Tommy Fury, then Jake. I do agree that he will beat Fournier quite comfortably, yeah. Yeah. As to who will fight after that, I don't know. Oh! Good shot.
Tommy Fury needs to be careful as well because he went on Love Island. He fought a YouTuber last time. He's going to fight another YouTuber. Do you want to be a boxer, lad, or do you want to be a celebrity or something like that?
Yeah, I
what
think
do you
with
wanna do,
Tommy
lad?
Fury, he's got that decision to make. I mean, if you go down the YouTube route, let's be honest, he's going to make a lot more money because I'll be honest with you, mate, as a professional in the pro ranks, he's not that good.
Right, there you go. So that's probably why
So
he's choosing these fights.
he'll make. I mean, the money he would have got for that fight, he had
With Jake Paul. No,
with Jake
what was
Paul,
it?
that would have made him millions. He's not going to get anywhere near that.
Which is a shame. This breaks me heart. It really does. I get it. The world is run by attention right now, and where your attention is where the money is, and they're all on YouTubers at the
Oh,
moment.
this is interesting.
No.
But then,
That
them
was a bit of a
sports.
waste there. That was a
Yeah.
good opportunity.
Why is meritocracy not celebrated anymore? I mean, it is, but it isn't at the same time.
But I think it's the era we live in. Social media is dominating to such a large degree, and that's what we're seeing with
I mean, I make money off it, mate. I'm sitting here right now with you guys, so I shouldn't be moaning about it, really, should I? But I'd love to see professional boxers probably get paid a little bit more, given more
Although it
opportunities.
is slightly different because it's not that, like, people who talk about games are making the same more money or more money.
No,
than
I'm
footballers.
definitely not. I have no KSI money, believe me, not at all.
But yeah, I think part of the problem with boxing as well, it's not a very well regulated sport. So, you know, these guys have had the opportunity to get in there and do what they do because
I mean, fair play
boxing's
to
not
them.
regulated like that.
Fair play, they've carved a life out for themselves and they've been successful with it. That is not what I'm discrediting at all. What I don't like is just how professional boxers don't really get a look into these
that's
type
true.
of situations, but
Into
YouTubers
Milan
do.
sub,
Lukaku
Lukaku's
coming
coming
on.
on, Dzeko's coming off.
Yeah.
We did say that Lukaku would feature at some stage, and here he is.
De Vrij coming in
He's
as
got
well.
20
for
minutes to show
Oh,
what he can
didn't
do.
you say you were shaky, lad?
for
DeMarco's
DeMarco.
off.
Marco.
The Verge is on.
He's like the Inter Milan was the best defense in the league for 2 seasons in a row, even though we had Andanovic in goal, which is insane because every shot on target was a goal with him. But they were really, really good, and then just something happened to Skriniar got sold to PSG, and that's sort of playing again in the sort of uncertainty of how a club is run when he was supposed to be the captain of the team going forward, and then you have sort of the management putting him on sale in the summer, not managing to sell him and trying to keep him for the rate and then not renewing the contract. And it's just like he then went on his own accord to PSG, and when somebody offers you 9 million a season, sadly that's what you're going to choose.
It's difficult. Liverpool went through a stage of, you know, Suarez got bought off us, Coutinho got bought off us. All these teams, they get the players pipped off them, and it happens throughout each league. It doesn't matter what team it is, by like the Real Madrids and the Barcelonas. But what a manager has to do is be very good at managing moving parts, and that's what this modern game is. You'd have to bring in someone that's going to work straight away, and that means that your recruitment's got to be spot on. And it's just difficult to do in the modern. It's a very tough thing to do, but that's the only way to get to success, and that's the only way to attract them players that would otherwise leave. It's the only way. So you've just got to do it.
The thing is, like, it's just about how you reinvest what you get for the players that you sell. You need to then put in the effort to not bring somebody that is at the end of his career, I think.
I mean,
So-
for Italian football, yeah, that seems to be a thing.
So,
Whoa!
we were saying, if you have the patience and allow a team to build on, obviously, like I think it's a generalization, but like if you allow them to work with young talents, then you get, or like reinvest in a good manner, then it's completely different than bringing in somebody at the end of their career just because you need that slot filled
Yeah.
and somebody ready to go on the pitch immediately.
We-
But when you coach or when you run a team like Liverpool, or no, because we were saying that that's what sort of happened to you guys. But when you run AC Milan, Inter Milan, and everything, the supporters don't have the patience of
no.
allowing it to be 3-4 years of sort of journey with the team, which is what I think is out Arsenal right now. And I going back to earlier the question of, as a I support Arsenal. I don't think it would be a failure if you didn't win the league, just because it's been your best season so far in a while.
Absolutely.
I obviously, like, you've been top of the league for so long that then seeing it not happen, it's obviously a disappointment, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it's just a good thing. You're then back in the Champions League.
Yep.
This is just I've called this league it so many times. This league was a phantom league. Nobody's positions were actually true because everyone had games in hands on each other, and Man City always had 1 or 2 games in hand on each other on Arsenal,
Right.
as well as the tie that was supposed to be in the middle of the season got called off for cup reasons. So
Lukaku's looking sharp there.
they were there because they played well, but they were also there because City were 2 games behind, as always.
Oh, good turn. Oh,
Darmian.
Oh, this is honestly the game. The way this is being played is so like you've just got to get your shot off.
Yeah.
You've just got to get your tackle. It's so erratic. It's crazy, man. Like there's legs everywhere and kicking and
The
it's mad.
first real like chance, well, not the Dzeko one that got saved by Magnan, but like first real chance of this second half for Inter.
AC have got to defend this well now. Shevchenko there with Djokovic.
Ahmed Mahmoud says Lukaku has been class for the last 5 games. You said something similar, didn't you? That he's
Yeah, he's showing now what we sort of hoped he would show throughout the league, and he hasn't. And now he gets this chance of can he bring us? Can he score enough to bring us, or can he contribute to the game enough to be in the top 4 at the end of the year, or to win the Coppa Italia, because we're in the final of the Coppa Italia as well. Those are all like
who are you playing in that?
Fiorentina,
Oh, okay.
which should be on paper like an easy game, but we did just lose to them 2 weeks
Oh,
ago.
right. I
So,
see. It does happen.
so like at the end of the day, you weigh goals. Like it doesn't really matter how many goals you. Like, it does matter how many goals you score in a season, but the way of those goals, like
Yeah.
one right now would be massive. One in the final of the Coppa Italia would be massive, and then you can really say if it's been worth it or not. So far, I'm not so sure, because also he's on loan. The next year somebody has to pay him. This Chelsea want him back. We can afford him at the moment, I think.
It's mad the way you sold him for 100 million, but you still got him. Isn't that mad?
Got back for like a 10 million loan or something.
Fantastic business, that. Especially
Yeah.
with Chelsea as well. Keep doing that. That's great.
But it's just that's what I've been saying. Do you call back a player on loan that you might not be able to afford, or do you reinvest on something that can have a little bit more future, like Dybala? They are the same age, but or like Bremer.
Lukaku's rolled the defender there. He's shown good strength, as he often does.
Ooh,
We had a little spell where AC Milan were looking a bit promising, but I think
Instead of come back
now
in.
Inter have regained control.
They have. They've been the better team all game, really.
They have.
AC Milan have had 20 minutes and hit the post.
We're into the last 15 minutes of the game. Inter 2-0 up, 2 early goals, 2 goals in 10 minutes.
come on, Brazil.
And there's still 2 goals to the good. What can AC do in these last 15 minutes? They'll have to do better than what they've done
Concede
so
another
far.
one, hopefully. What's
going on?
That's
Oh,
kicked
somebody's
out.
on the.
Or did somebody run on?
I just get the feeling that Inter are in control, you know what I mean? They're just...
That's why he was happy to kick that ball out then, because he was like, we're winning.
look at
Whoa!
Oh,
Oh, you can't give
No.
that. Bounced off his shoulder and then
Yeah.
into his hand. You can't give that. That's so unlucky. Gagliardini.
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 Not a fan.
No.
Why is that?
Well, you'll see. You'll probably see. Hopefully not, but it is just one of those players that you have no clue how they got to where they got, and
He's a workhorse player, is he?
is
Where's he play? Where's he play?
midfield. He's just subbed in for Çalhanoğlu. Correa could be like a good thing. He hasn't been great for us, but Correa always has the. He's probably the only one with Lautaro and Barella that can have some sort of individual play that just throws everything in the air, and with a dribble or something, he can put you in front of goal. But he's very, very unlucky with injuries.
Get a couple of people in the comments asking me to ask you, Sassi, about
Yes.
Adriano. Whatever
Yes.
happened to him and how sad it was. That
I
was a sad case, wasn't it?
I
Extremely
believe
sad case,
after
yeah.
his father passed away,
It
he
was that.
just got into a deep depression and
Oh, okay.
gained weight and everything that is attached to it, and
He
just
got
wasn't.
arrested a few times. Didn't he?
Yeah, and so Adriano was really. If you look back at probably 2007, Adriano was
Yeah, he
just
was a baller,
unstoppable.
man.
2006 from Parma, he was just unstoppable.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why I like this shirt as well, because that's like a sort of remake of that shirt that they used to play with. But Yeah, sadly is, well, it's what it is.
He's a human, isn't he, lad? That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. And he lost his father, and it had a massive impact on him. His father was his discipline. It was his the way he tamed him and whatever else, and he just wasn't able to do that without his dad. Unfortunately, it's very, very sad.
It is weird whenever like personal stuff drops into the game, but like at the end of the day, they are
human.
Yeah,
They're all human, lad.
This is quite a unique game, really, because next week, same teams on the same pitch are going to be playing.
It's
Next
incredibly unique. It
Yeah.
really is. The
So-
whole fixture is
It's a
based on one
strange
city.
kind of setting, really, isn't it?
It's cool.
Here come Inter on the attack. Looking, they've got 4 men forward in this attack.
Correa. Let's
If
see.
you can get the ball in the box, it'd be interesting. Lukaku's calling for it at the far post.
Why is nobody making a
Now
challenge?
he's gone to the centre.
standing there and nobody's making a challenge on him.
He's
That's-
playing with his food a little bit there. He should have got that ball in the box
Yeah.
quicker. But I guess when you're 2-0 up, he's probably thinking, look, I'm in a good position. But they do look comfortable, don't they? I mean, AC had a little spell when Origi first come on. He had a couple of good runs. But apart from that,
I mean, based on
not
this,
really tested Inter in the way I thought they would in this second half. I thought they'd really try and come out and go at them. That's not really happened.
just haven't seemed to have the end. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. There's Divock again. I think if Divock started, it might have been a different game.
Hmm?
If Divock started,
Yeah.
it may have been a different game.
Oh, this is interesting.
Ooh.
No, keeper
Spinny
had that
one.
covered.
Oh, he's frustrated. You
That's
can
the
see
thing
it.
with Onana. I just feel like watching games, just feel
You feel
another
like you need
sense
something
of
special to be in.
another, like he makes mistakes. Obviously, who doesn't? But it's just a different sense of security there.
He's a great
like-
goalkeeper.
Every shot last year, I was afraid because Handanovic is infamous for the laser eyes. He would
Oh,
look
right,
at the
yeah,
ball
yeah.
going in, and it's just, I don't know. It just gives you, and I imagine it impacts the game, not just for who watches it. I'm less scared, but
Debbie
impacts
Lee
the game
Depure
for-
says, super chat, if you were Messi, who would you root for going through Martinez of Inter or Alves of City? So that's referring to the Argentinians on City. Mind you, we don't know if they're going to play each other yet. Also, who would be his apprenticeship? I would say both.
Alvarez would be the apprenticeship, wouldn't he? Who's the other lad?
Lautaro.
Lautaro. The way Messi's body language was during some of them Argentinian games with Lautaro, I'm gonna say Alvarez.
I have to say
Alvarez.
Lautaro in the World Cup was
Shocking, lad. Shocking. And you could see it from Messi's face. The amount of times Messi would look at Lautaro like, bro, what are you doing, lad?
There's even that picture of, like, you know, that iconic picture of everybody surrounding Messi and he's lifting the cup, and then there's Lautaro on the back. He even ruined this picture. I don't know.
There you go.
I don't think he's happy.
That's exactly what's exactly lad what I'm talking about.
Oh, this is
Come on.
interesting for the.
that Barella?
Oh, that's a foul. Oh, he's in. Got to score. He's got. Oh no,
Oh,
he
he's
took it
messed
too wide. Why didn't he just shoot?
I told you,
Make that
Gagliardini.
mistake that a lot of players do. They take that extra
One,
touch
yeah.
when they're through on goal. You just want to get your shot off there, bro.
Definitely. You want a
Super
quick
chat
shot?
here. Question for you, Doyle. Opinions on Suarez. Do you think he's disrespected? As a Barca fan, I feel so, and he won 2 golden boots in his prime.
Luis Suarez.
Messi and Ronaldo era.
Let's get it straight, lad. Suarez is a phenomenal footballer without a shadow of a doubt. It's just he's a bad person, unfortunately. He's just a terrible person. So, without a shadow of doubt, when we're talking about footballing terms, he is incredible. In my opinion, he was better than Aguero in the Premier League. He wasn't there for as long, but he was definitely a better player, in my opinion. The amount of goals that he scored, the impact he'd have on games, and just the
He was amazing,
unorthodox tenacity about that player. I loved him. I really did, the way he played football. As a person, though,
Yeah, he's a bit of a.
stinker. So that's why he gets disrespected, because it does matter about your conduct on and off the pitch.
Yeah,
it
that's
really
true.
does.
Yeah.
You can score as many goals as you want, but if you do bad things, and it doesn't matter how many goals you score, lad. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a point in time where he was phenomenal.
finishes that he doesn't even remember. Like, he's literally part of the famous trio MSN: Neymar, Messi, Suarez. Without a shadow of a doubt, nobody can deny his footballing ability. And if you do, you don't watch footy. But you can't deny his personality and, you know, who he is as a person. So that's why he gets discredited. I think that's the reason why, to be quite honest with you.
I remember I think 3 years ago, Suarez going the group stages against Inter Milan. It is just like you're watching something that you're like, where does this come
he was one
from?
of those strikers when he had everything, man. Pace, power, finishing.
Absolutely.
You know,
He did also bite Chiellini though, so
Yeah,
he managed to make me.
that's poor, that for
It
him.
really was terrible, that. He's bit 3 players, mate, not just one.
Yeah,
he bit 3 players. One when he was with Ajax, one when he was at Liverpool, and one when he was playing for...
Yeah.
No, it was
is he
Liverpool again.
Venezuela?
It was
Uruguay.
Chiellini.
Uruguay, yeah.
Uruguay,
Venezuela.
yeah. And he bit Ivanovic from Chelsea.
Zlatan looks a bit bored. He looks like he'd rather be any bit up there right now.
Probably frustrated, didn't he? Must be really frustrating, as you know, like when you've been one of them players that's one of the best players. Yeah, Zlatan has been one of the best players, and now he's 40-something, so he's definitely not got the ability he used to have. But you can imagine himself thinking, if I was in my prime and I'm playing in this game, mate,
especially because Zlatan is like, the thing he has never won is the Champions League,
and he never will by the looks of it, lads.
Yeah, hopefully, but I mean, bless him, but I hope it doesn't. I don't know.
He'd be alright,
at
lads.
this
He's got
moment in
millions
time.
and millions of pounds,
Andrew
bro.
Green says all bark and a lot of bite.
Who, AC Milan?
No, he's talking about Suarez.
Oh, yeah. All bark and a load of bite, actually. Yeah, a lot of bite, lads. A whole bunch of bite.
Oh no.
Busi Gamidi says Benzema is clear of Suarez and Lewandowski. I'm not so sure about that one.
Benzema is fantastic, like, without a shadow. It's
I
difficult,
hope
isn't it?
This is nothing.
This is the old saying, and I say this almost every bloody stream, yeah, when you're talking about footballers. It's not how good you do it, it's how long you do it good for. That's an old saying, and that's what makes the best of the best. So, like, we're talking about Adriano, for example, one of the best strikers we've seen, lad. Phenomenal, but done it for 2 seasons, so he can't go down as one of the greats. But these are like cult heroes. That's what these are. They become this own figure of their own, where, you know, you romanticise them and you look back and you think, yeah, that was a great player. One for me is Dimitri Payet. Bloody love Dimitri Payet.
Yeah.
That player for me, when he played for West Ham, oh my God,
Amazing
I'd literally
player,
watch West Ham games just to watch that player play.
Yeah.
But he's only here for a season or 2, so we can't go down as a Premier League legend. But I will always remember him. It's a player of the streets or a cult hero or whatever you want to. That's what they become.
Yeah, I must admit, Payet was bits. Man.
So that's what Suarez is a little bit. He's a bit of a cult hero. He's not as much as a cult hero, but he is a little bit compared to Benzema,
by Lukaku.
who saved Real Madrid for years and years and years and being consistently in the same team, doing the same thing. It's different type of ratings is what I'm getting at. So I would say Benzema's probably better, yes, based on consistency.
I don't know if I'm... The thing is, I don't think there's anybody that hates Benzema. For some reason, I can't think of anybody. Like,
he's had a few incidents outside of football, though, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well documented. I won't go into it now, but you know what I'm talking about. He's also had that falling out with his French teammate, Giroud.
It's one of them, mate. Who would have thought it? If you give a load of lads a load of money and loads of power, sometimes they use it, they misuse it. Who would have thought it? All of them. There's so many footballers that are not very haven't conducted themselves well. And also, let's be real as well, a lot of the things that they do in outside of football, there's probably a lot of things that normal people do, but they're not in the spotlight, so they don't get put under the same type of magnifying glass, you know. But having said that, Suarez and Benzema, what they did was pretty mad. That's not normal.
I take it back
We're
then.
into the last 5 minutes. What can AC do? Not a lot, it seems.
I just think Gagliardini should have scored.
I may be speaking
one.
too soon here, but it looks like Inter have got this one.
This is why we're talking about other topics, mate, because it just seems like Inter Milan have just absolutely been on cruise control. They have got nothing to worry about with this AC Milan
Yeah, they
team.
had a few. I mean, when Origi first come on, AC had a couple of moments, but
That's about it, really,
the
isn't it?
match dried up, and it's looking, to all intents and purposes, as fairly comfortable win. Let's be honest, for Inter. Would you say, Sassi? So far,
No.
I mean, I know you can never, ever...
Yeah, no,
Just-
I think it's fair
but
to say yes. There hasn't been much that
They
I've
don't
been.
look unduly worried. I mean,
I was just really hoping for that Gagliardini occasion to be the end of it,
The third
and
goal.
yeah.
it feels like it's still kept open.
Because even in this half, they've had the better chances, haven't they, really?
Mm?
Even in this half, they've had the better
Yeah,
chances.
the clearer chances, even though they weren't as many as the first
Yeah.
half. But that's the thing, and
Oh,
now
that was
we have.
Oh, look, they're on their break again.
Barella, lad, come to Liverpool, mate. Honestly, kid, just come to Liverpool. This kid is sick. Get Barella in, Klopp. Look at him like he's a belter.
Super chat here from
Ooh.
RAK. He says, I'm an Arsenal fan, but I have a soft spot for Inter because of Adriano and Sneijder.
Oh,
So
Wesley.
my
Sneijder.
question to the Inter fan on his thoughts about Wesley Sneijder's time at the club.
Snyder was just incredible. It is just like I don't know. You get a summer signing and you get Snyder, Eto'o, and Milito, and I don't know. There was nothing that I've never seen like free kicks taken better. Like from maybe Ericsson, even though like it was said that he lasted only 1 season and a half at Inter, but just the quality he had, it was so different. Also, he's the reason why I really think Snyder should have won the Ballon d'Or that year, because ultimately, I don't know, is the Ballon d'Or best player of the season, or is it just the best player in general? Because if it's
that year.
It's so commercial,
No,
though. That
I know,
awards,
but
yeah.
like that's always bothered me that at the end of the year it was between Xavi, Messi, and Iniesta, and I think Messi won it. And between the three, I think should have been Xavi because they won the World Cup that year. But I just don't understand how Snyder that
It's a
got
very political
Because
award,
yeah,
that,
it's a
isn't it?
load of journalists, mate,
Yeah.
that have got some fancy ways about themselves, and they pick who they want, and it's a very elitist type of competition, lad. There's lots of players that should have won it without a
But like,
shadow
yeah.
of doubt that never.
But like that season, he won the league, the Coppa Italia, the Champions League with Inter as a protagonist of the team, and then he took Netherlands, him and Robin, and
To the final.
to the final. They didn't win, but still.
Oh,
Ooh.
shot on goal there from AC.
Jose Mourinho said he was the best number 10 that he's ever worked with about Wesley Sneijder.
And it
Oh,
was
did
just
he?
like,
Yeah.
I think,
That's some praise given who Mourinho is.
Because he doesn't give praise it's very
but
lightly.
I think with Eto'o and with the players that were there that season, you sort of overlook the importance that Snyder has, and now every once in a while you go and look back at the highlights of the games, and
We're
it's
into
just
extra
he's
time at
always
the end of
there.
the game.
Oh,
Into time added on, and Inter on the attack again. 4 minutes, and we're 2 minutes into the added on time. Can AC get something out of this game? Anything will be
No,
something that they can take back.
no, they can't. They've been poor, honestly. All my AC Milan mates, yeah. Your team's been crap today, lad. Sorry. It has.
Yeah, they've not been good.
Let themselves down.
Do you think they
massively.
froze a little bit?
Yeah. They got shell shocked, and then they were like, right, what's the plan? They had a plan at the start of the game. It didn't
Yeah.
work immediately. Now they don't have a plan B. What's
Yeah,
plan B?
it
Dunno.
looks to me like once they went those 2 goals down, they never really showed me that they had any real conviction of getting back in it. And the reason why I say that is because there's never been any sustained pressure of them.
No.
They've had some moments, fleeting moments, but they've never really had a, extended spell of
They haven't-
anything, a close in dominance. So yeah, they've got to get their finger out if they're going to get anything next week.
2-0's all right with me, though. It still leaves the tie a little bit
I've got
open.
to say, it's been fairly comfortable for Inter.
Very comfortable, mate. Very, very comfortable. They've had to deal with about 2 shots.
That's not good.
It's good, though. It keeps the tie open. It's 2-0. That's what you want. Going into the second leg, AC Milan will have some belief that they can do it.
And they've enjoyed the greater possession in this game, believe it or not. It just
Yeah.
doesn't seem like it. But they have actually had more possession. Not by much.
Yeah, but they have still.
But,
Oh, my God.
ooh.
We're into the last minute now, and
Is Borelli your
AC
captain?
they've won a throw-in.
Is Borelli your captain?
No, well, he is now. The Lautaro's out.
This could be the last play of the game, people.
Get
a
Borelli
long
to
throw
Liverpool.
into the box. Here it comes. It looks like it's been dealt with by, they've got it away. And that's the end of the game.
Done.
No, I think
Oh, is it?
there's a free kick for Inter.
Okay.
What's going on here, Paul?
Because
No, that's it. That's it.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
That is the end of the game. AC Milan 0, Inter Milan 2. Early goals from
Dzeko, Mkhitaryan.
Dzeko and Mkhitaryan, one in the 8th minute, one the other one in the 11th minute. Fairly comfortable, as I said. AC Milan will be very disappointed, and they've got a lot to do next week if they're going to get through to the final. Got to say, based on what I saw tonight, they're going to struggle to make an impression. Let's start. It's only right that we start with the rep of the winning side. Sassi's in the house.
Yes.
You saw the game.
Yes.
What did you think, bro?
Had a good time. I really did. I mean, again, I've been saying it throughout the game. I just wished the second half was sort of going in for
You
the
could have
kill
wrapped it up, couldn't they?
and just close it here, because if Liao comes back next week, it's just going to be a different game. And 2 goals can happen in 2 minutes. They scored 2 goals in 3 minutes
That's
last year and won the league. So I do like the state that Inter Milan is in at the moment, and it's just sort of makes you look back and think, why are we there where we are in the league? But then it's the semi-final of the Champions League. It's a derby won already. I think it's a massive result. We'll see. We'll see whatever happens in the next one. I do really
I
like
can't
the
see
way
them
they
being as
tackled
bad next week. But having said that, based on what I've seen tonight, I don't know. You hit the nail on the head. You said Leao's coming back next week. That would be a big for them. And it is another game. If they get an early goal, then,
And
it's
again,
on.
next week, is it gonna be defending the advantage, or is it gonna try to do the same game again?
This is it.
Because that just, if you're gonna defend the whole time, you have 90 minutes plus possible extra time to just hope that the other team doesn't score. I don't know. I don't think that should be the way to go. I think they should just tackle the game again, as they did here. Be aggressive, score 2 goals immediately. Obviously, that's a dream, but attack it.
Even if
from
they
the
get an
beginning.
early goal next week, and obviously they've got to stop you guys from scoring, but if they get an early goal, they'll always be in it up until right at the end, because you know what football's like. And it takes a matter of seconds to score a goal.
You can't defend.
And, but based on what I've seen tonight, and I'm even accounting for Leo being, I think they could struggle, because the way they defended tonight at times, I probably back Inter to get a goal.
Also, it's really
they're probably going to have
unfortunate.
to score 3 or 4 if they're going to go through. So, don't know. It's going to be difficult. Doyle, you saw the game as well. What did you think?
I think Barella needs to come to Liverpool, Laurie. That's what I think, mate. I absolutely love.
He's on a scouting mission.
Honestly, Barella today was phenomenal. It's exactly the type of midfield that Liverpool needs. But having said that, anyway, not move away from Liverpool. Inter Milan just dominated that game. The game was won in the first 10 minutes. They could have had 1 or 2 more, to be quite honest with you. But I'm really happy that it still is only 2-0 as a neutral, because it means going into this second leg now, there's still a game, there's still a tie on. But I do agree with Sassi. They cannot, Inter Milan right now, can't go into this next tie defending, because all you do is invite pressure when you do that. The pressure can build and build and build and build and build, and it will do that. And like I said earlier in the stream, 2 goals is nothing. It's not a win. It really isn't. So they need to go into that game, the next one, as competitive as they were today, and try and score a goal. Because if they don't, they're going to have a problem, I think, still. Even though AC Milan didn't offer anything, they've got Leao coming back into the next game. It's a whole different tie, as Sassi said. It really is. So, brilliant from Inter Milan. Absolutely insane. It's not over yet. Can't wait for the second leg. And hopefully AC Milan bring their A game next time, because they're going to bloody need it.
Yeah, they're going to need it, yeah. I would echo those thoughts. My interpretation of the game was right from the start. Inter Milan looked sharper. They got the early goal in the 8th, got another goal in the 11th. From the minute they got that second goal, they pretty much controlled it. And yes, AC Milan had their moments, especially when Origi come on in the second half. He created a little bit, but then even that, AC didn't really.
Couldn't do anything, could they?
They were disappointing. I gotta say, they were disappointing.
I don't know. For like, I'm curious for who doesn't have skin in the game in this game, like what it was like to see this match. Just because I feel like we got lost in our chats and distracted in the second half. So I guess that the second half wasn't enthusiastic. Like I don't know.
It's what you said. They come out in the second half sort of to defend the league that they had. They were like, don't push too far up, lads, because you don't need to, because you're winning 2-0. We might get an opportunity for us, and if we do, try and take it. But otherwise, let's take our foot off the pedal a little bit. Yeah, and
I do have to say that I was afraid they was going to do it with Benfica as well, and they didn't. So hopefully, like, they've learned from past mistakes, just because with Benfica, they went in immediately to bring the second game home as well, and not just sit on what they had. So especially here, there's too much pressure to lose against AC Milan in Milan, especially at home, because the second, like,
it's your home fixture, isn't it?
It's funny because you say at home, but I mean,
it's the same. It's the same stadium, but
it's hardly unfamiliar circumstances, which is why I would strongly back to go through to the final from here. However, as we keep saying, football's a funny game, and if AC do get an early goal next week,
you never know,
then it is back on for sure. However, based on what I've seen tonight, I would have to make Inter favourites.
The thing, they're also like they're both going for the league, and I think they might be prioritizing the Champions League at the moment. I'm not sure, but still the fight for the top four is very, very hard. AC Milan are just 2 points behind Inter Milan.
Yeah.
We're having, like, Inter Milan has to meet Napoli still, and AC Milan, I think, needs
Napoli might be on the beach having one of the
time. Yeah, they'll probably beat them, lads.
Hopefully they'll play in flip-flops, but I don't know. I think they have to focus on the game this weekend as well. So anything literally could happen before the game even starts.
Injuries and stuff, yeah, that's true. They'll probably rest Leal.
Okay, people, there you have it. First leg of the semi-final. The big Milan derby has been won by Inter Milan, deservedly, 2-0 up. They go into next game in great heart, I would have thought. Got to be favourites, although, like we said, anything can happen in football. So, you know, Inter can't afford to be complacent, but based on what I've seen so far, I would certainly make the favourites to go through. But next week is next week. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for Sassi for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Enjoyed you coming in. You must come in again next week, see if you can finish off the job. My man Doyle in the house, as always. Pleasure working with you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Like, share, subscribe. Keep watching DR Sports. See you next week.